Now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
Gary Hebert, the man, the myth, the legend. I was amazed, and I was looking to become a better skater myself, and I wanted to be like Gary.
When you look at a guy like this, he's one of the most talented people in his profession. He's been given gifts by God.
It can get frustrating at times when you're trying things that, that maybe don't come as quickly to you as other things. And, you never really felt that sense of frustration with Gary. It was always about improvement and positive reinforcement.
Was it really the end? Was that head injury really the end? God has called Gary to continue to be a blessing to others and to be a passionate example.
My name is Gary Hebert, and this is the World Academy of Hockey, otherwise known as the Inside Edge.
I would recommend anybody that have a chance to come to his hockey school. I think it'd be well worth it. It'd be rewarding to all the kids and anyone he coaches, from whether it's an adult, a professional player, to a little kid like a Mike or a Squirt.
Gary, from day one, has been instrumental to my hockey career. I started out as a potential Division III player, and Gary brought me single-handedly through high school and into a top Division I prospect. I owe it all to Gary, the biggest legend on and off ice there's ever been.
Listen, watch, learn, be confident, and have faith. Those are the answers I was brought to. Yet, I only now am really learning how truly important those 5 things are.
Through preparation, through appropriate thoughtfulness and thinking, we can learn to untie the typical knots between our ears that drive us into underachievement and underperformance. And lo and behold, we can learn, I think, to fulfill our God-given potential.
Gary has the innate ability to make people not only better players, but better people. The life lessons they learn from Gary are incredible.
You can always remember leaving that rink knowing as a player I got better, or I had something to improve on to get better. And I think that's what you excelled on as a coach, is giving us the knowledge to know what we needed to do to get better.
There's coaches who know the game, but can you communicate and create passion in your kids and in your players? And Gary's able to do that.
Gary's got great knowledge and the great hands, but more importantly, his ability to connect with people and care for them. His communication skills, to me, really stand out and separate him, and that's why he's one of the best, in the world.
Gary's a legend. He's a special man.
The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. For over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back. We are live once again, this time with our coverage of Mission Pro Wrestling Summer Lovin'. Pre-show begins on YouTube in about 3.5, 4 minutes. Anybody who would like to watch the pre-show, go to YouTube, type in Mission Pro Wrestling. You'll be directed to their pre-show that's going to be hosted by Emily May and Veda Scott, as we wait for the simple man with the spectacular voice to join me here What a show we had previously, Clash at the Castle. I had just enough time. I watched the post show that WWE presented, their media scrum, grabbed a bite to eat, and here we are looking forward to covering this. You know, if we're being completely honest, this was my brainchild. This was my baby. This was something I wanted to do. Once I saw the announcement of what the main event was going to be, which you heard me discuss a few times earlier, La Princesa Tiffany Nieves, the Mission Pro champion, defending her title against Izzy Moreno, the 17-year-old Bailey superfan that everyone remembers from the black and gold NXT front row. You know, this could be history here. Arguably, Izzy would have to become one of the youngest champions, not just in Mission Pro history, but in history, period, at 17 years old. Like, you've got to imagine that there haven't been that many other 17-year-old champions. You know, is this going to be history, or is La Princesa going to continue her reign? There have been a few people popping into the chat room so far. Daniel is here. Good to see you, Daniel. After Clash at the Castle, now we come to Mission Pro Wrestling Summer 11. Could we witness history be made when Izzy Moreno becomes the youngest Mission Pro Wrestling champion? If she does win, I wonder who will be scouting for her when she is 18 and ready for the big time. Will agents from TNA, WWE, NWA, or AEW even be watching the main event? Also, if Izzy does win, do you guys think she should have a year-long championship run before going to the big times? And when she makes it to the big leagues, who will her first opponent be? Anyways, I hope Izzy wins. That's a lot to try to digest, Daniel. First of all, I see the Simple Man has popped into the green room. So before I bring him on, though, let me just say I don't think she should have a year-long reign if she wins it. The indies, I feel, aren't made for year-long reigns. And especially a company that only has shows every other month, 6 shows a year. Not everyone is going to be like La Princesa, defending the title and other federations as well. But as the pre-show goes live on YouTube, let's go ahead and bring in the Simple Man with the spectacular voice. No rest for the wicked, Noah Foster. No sleep till Brooklyn. Let's just keep on going, good sir. Are you ready for what could very well be history in the making? You've got a better brain for history than I do. Has there ever been a champion as young as Izzy Moreno, if she is able to get the job done tonight?
At this point, to my knowledge, I would say no. Prior to that was random.
What was random?
Oh, wait. Sorry about that. I was looking at Mission Pro stuff on YouTube, and I hit the wrong button. It looks like we'll have Emily May and Beta Scott. Look at the live feed here at title match here. Y'all, of course, get posted. But to your question, to my knowledge, no. I look at the youngest, brightest, rising stars of the business going for their dream right now and being a champion. Next to Billy Starks being the Ring of Honor Television champion, Izzy Moreno would beat her, considering she's only 17 years old, as she follows her role model's example. We talk about Bailey, the former Davina Rose. When she started wrestling, she started independent circuit in 2008 through 2012, involving promotions such as Pro Wrestling Destination, NWA Championship Wrestling from Hollywood, and Shine Wrestling. Shine Wrestling. So this is a huge monumental moment for Izzy Moreno if she accomplishes this. Why she's been disciplined since she was 10 years old and only wrestling in Mission Pro now for maybe a little bit under a year after finally picking up her first win against Mr. Kate after debuting against Jasmine Allure, now taking on La Princesa Tiffany Nieves. This is something very special that we could be in store for tonight.
Yeah, I completely agree. And that's part of why I wanted to do this, was because of how special this could and would be. Plus, you think about the history that Izzy has with your NXT, the black and gold NXT, being there as a young girl, idolizing Bailey, and to see dreams come true, so to speak. You know, it's always kind of cool to see that type of stuff come to fruition.
Absolutely. And for those that don't know, Mission Pro, again, is an all-women's professional wrestling promotion based out of Texas, and it is owned and created and led by Mera Mera from the Rosa, who were originally supposed to be there in the main event in the champion's corner, but due to last-minute obligations courtesy of AEW, that no longer will be the case, which means there's even more of a fair playing field, hopefully, here for Izzy Moreno to create a history, because Tiffany Nieves, why she's been a bit unethical as champion, winning by hook and by crook, trying to beat the all-time record held by both Genocide and Holodead respectfully. She's won more often than not by dirty circumstances. In fact, when she first won the title, she won it using Eat Defeat with a championship in play behind the referee's back. Now going into her 308th day as champion, and she's not looking to let go of that title yet.
Yeah, I'm really curious what's going to happen with the whole Thunder Rosa thing, with La Mera Mera being booked on the AEW Collision show, as originally she was supposed to be taking on Rochelle Chanel in a match here this evening.
Correct.
You know, I haven't seen anything on social medias about a cancellation. I haven't seen anything about a rescheduling. You know, you would think that Thunder Rosa would make it known that she wasn't going to be at her promotion due to another commitment. So I'm very curious to see how this plays out, and if Thunder Rosa has a surprise in store for Rochelle Chanel as a result of her other obligations, if you will. Rochelle Chanel, having recently been one half of the Mission Pro Tag Team Champions, along with Madi Wrenkowski, who now performs in my NXT as Wren Sinclair.
Yep, and Wren Sinclair, Madi Wrenkowski, of course, a former student of the Mera Mera Thunder Rosa and former Mission Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champion, part of the Bougie Reality, of course. And of course, those titles will be online tonight. The only other titles officially part of Mission Pro Wrestling, as Mission Pro Wrestling works with all sorts of our promotions, including the NWA. And we'll have NWA influence along with one of their territories tonight with a couple of pro tournament matches regarding the Exodus Women's Championship, which apparently will be defined at a later date, an NWA-led show, August 24th at NWA Exodus Pro Journey 2. And I love the fact that Exodus Pro, right out of my area, Ohio, I represent, is one of the rising promotions out of the Cleveland, Ohio area. So, again, Mission Pro always working with better promotions here. There's a lot of suspension of disbelief towards what could happen here as we continue through the summer in what could be one of Mission Pro's biggest shows so far this year. As I've watched highlights and shows, and you can watch matches for the YouTube channel and, of course, Talent Match and Mission Pro's website as well, looking at Boiling Point, which really is what led to this main event to begin with. As I see the graphic in front of me now, looking at the pre-show with Beta Scott and Emily, Izzy Moreno and La Princesa, Tiffany Nieves, of course, for the Mission Pro Wrestling Women's Championship.
Yeah, Boiling Point, to your point, was kind of the whole jump start here. You know, Boiling Point was the show last August where Izzy Moreno made her debut and where La Princesa became champion. So both women kind of started their journey towards this point at that show. Izzy Moreno picking up loss after loss after loss until finally getting a victory and La Princesa going on a dominant run. I believe this is her 10th or 11th defense,
Yeah,
since
she's in double digits right now.
championship, because she's defended it in Exodus Pro Wrestling at some other federations. Exodus Pro Wrestling, for the fans out there, owned by the current reigning and defending NWA World Heavyweight Champion, EC3.
The Overman, of course, as the NWA, of course, bringing back the territories in what is now one of their more regional territory partner promotions, of course. And to your point, Tiffany Nieves, who's been the current NJPW champion, the 5th champion in this young company's history, as Mission Pros only exists since 2019, goes in the day 309, looking to beat the record of Genocide at 329. She is going into her freaking 10th defense, her 11th defense tonight. She has defended in and out of NWA Exodus Pro, and of course during WrestleCade Ladies Night Out 13, which is where Izzy Moreno had her first opportunity and lost. And Izzy has been trying to get back to redeem herself from that defeat ever since. And here we are tonight, seeing if she can do it.
But you got to figure that the Izzy Moreno that walked into Ladies Night Out is not the same Izzy Moreno that's walking in tonight. That Izzy Moreno was only a few months into her still very young career, still very much her rookie year here. But that Izzy Moreno maybe only had a half a dozen matches under her belt. This Izzy Moreno is a little bit more seasoned, having been put to the test, and although coming up short, rising to the occasion of a test put in front of her by one Kylan motherfucking King.
Damn right. Again, the King will rise again. I wish Kylan King the best in her recovery. Of course, Kylan King and the Renegade twins and Kayla Sparks, some of the original talents here that may be a fan and a follower of Mission Pro Wrestling. To begin with, I've followed them for a number of years, along with Jasmine Allure, who I believe was the MVP for 2023. And of course, Jasmine Allure was Izzy Moreno's debut for Mission Pro, and she's been part of the promotion since, with victories now over the likes of Miss Kate via submission with a cross arm breaker, and winning the Mission Pro Cup title in a San Antonio Stampede match against JP Harlow, set up by Thunder Rosa herself, as I see Izzy right now on my screen, getting words of encouragement and sharing friendship bracelets. And I gotta imagine the friends of Izzy Moreno will be out at an all-time high tonight, seeing if Izzy achieves history tonight.
Of course. And you mentioned some of the people to come through the doors here. As my document loads that I had, stuff done up here for, you've got Absolute Ricky Starks has performed for Mission Pro. Simon Miller from What Culture. Dave LaGreca from Busted Open has been involved here. Shaul Guerrero. Denise Salcedo has been on commentary for them before. Kenzie Page, Ruthie J. You mentioned the Renegade twins. Big Swole, the Rosa Negra, Vert Vixen, Lady Frost, Billy Starks, someone you mentioned earlier, Masha Slamovich,
Miranda
Manada,
Kelsey
Legit
Heather,
Layla Hirsch, Sky Blue, Red Velvet, Jody Threat, Willow Nightingale has come through these doors. ECW Original Jazz, and the woman who was in the main event of the inaugural show, your current reigning and defending NXT Women's Champion, Roxanne Perez.
Correct. Whew. Again, Mission Pro, I think about TNA Wrestling being the mecca of the professional wrestling business, where you come in, go out, come back home, or make your mainstay there. I argue Mission Pro is the gateway for most, if not one of the strongest pillars and beacons of women's independent professional wrestling.
Yeah, it's hard to argue that. And granted, I haven't watched their entire filmography. I just subscribed to Title Match, whatever it was, a couple of weeks ago, and watched everything from Boiling Point until tonight to kind of gain some knowledge of the women we're going to be seeing competing and the storylines and angles. But I may go back to that Genesis pay-per-view from 2019 and rewatch everything in order, because it's hard to argue that Mission Pro might be the ultimate developmental territory for women's pro wrestling.
Yeah,
And with
exactly.
somebody like Thunder Rosa as the head, it's damn good scout in my opinion.
And again, you can literally watch all the shows in their full version, the previous shows in Mission Pro, courtesy of TileMatchNetwork.com. You can subscribe to Mission Pro Wrestling's YouTube channel to get a glimpse of exclusive content. You can watch matches. You can see what goes into the mission with the likes of Emily you all might know her being the correspondent for NJPW Strong, the NJPW of America brand. You'll find in and out commentary with the actual wrestlers, not only Thunder Rosa, but Miranda Elise, and of course the freelancing female commentator expertise, one Veda Scott, who of course is right here tonight in front of me on the screen. So if you do have a chance, go check out Mission Pro Wrestling, especially on YouTube, and get a glimpse into really where women's wrestling might first be developing. As of course, partner promotion here tonight that literally trained Izzy Moreno. They'll be in action tonight as their hybrid women's championship will be on the line between Shea Kamanako and Calientia. And of course, they talked about that briefly. And of course, again, we're starting this all women's championship tournament for the Exodus Pro Women's Championship. EC Freeze home run promotion with 2 tournament matches tonight. And then we also have a tag team title bout, as well as a, I would say, unique singles exhibition match in between all of that with no title on the line. But you do wonder what Angel Blue and Denise Day might be out to prove tonight.
Yeah, absolutely. Both women who have very much impressed me in the little bit that I've seen of them. All of these women, there's still a couple that aren't that familiar with me as we take a look right here. London Dior and Kelsey Heather, still kind of fresh and new to me, but it's definitely going to present a lot of interesting developments, storylines, opportunities throughout, and no men booked on this card.
No.
We touched about how this is a predominantly women's federation, but there's almost always some kind of male involvement, traditionally JP Harlow and his stable, but none of those people are at least announced for the show. Doesn't mean that they won't make a surprise appearance, especially if Mera Mera is off at Collision. Yeah, I wouldn't be too shocked to see JP Harlow get thrown in as a replacement for her against Rochelle Chanel.
And of course, Deonna Purrazzo will take on the Mera Mera Thunder Rosa tonight in the 1-year anniversary of Collision, and what I hope is the main event, because it should be, damn it, in a no disqualification match. They continue the rivalry that's honestly started since Summerburst 2021 when Thunder Rosa first challenged Deonna Purrazzo for the TNA Knockouts World Championship. But that being said, we talk about Mission Pro. Kelsey Heather, no stranger to the wrestling industry, no stranger to Mission Pro. People might even remember her at times from AEW Dark, where she faced the likes of Julia Hart. And Kelsey Heather also trained by one Sean Spears and Tyler Breeze, a freelancer of sorts with 5 years of wrestling experience.
Okay. And again, that's one of the Exodus Pro tournament matches. We'll see who advances here to become the Exodus Pro Women's Champion.
Yep. And of course, the only accolade Kelsey Heather's career is a previous tag team championship, courtesy of her promotion, WOW, as part of a team called Team Spirit. But I am curious to know how this Exodus Pro Women's Tournament plays out and what this title is going to represent, as they call this operation Chasing Atalanta. And again, this is to be defined and crowned come August 24th at NWA Exodus Pro Journey 2, as Exodus Pro Wrestling is trying to rise up out of the Cleveland, Ohio area, courtesy of the Overmen, as this is literally the opening rounds tonight of this tournament. And then on the other side of things, you got Miranda Alice, again, no stranger, been involved in Ring of Honor, been involved in Teen Impact Wrestling, once she challenged Purrazzo for the AAA Reina de Reinas Championship. She's taking on Queen Uju, apologies if I screw up that name, in another qualifying match to move forward in the Exodus Pro Tournament.
Queen Uju is another one who's thoroughly impressed me. I'd love to see her and Aminata go toe-to-toe.
Oh, the battle of the extensive kickers, just saying. And also, of course, as I said, in a bit of a unique exhibition, we have Angel Blue versus Denise Day. Denise Day, also known as the Dreamcatcher, freelancer out of the Laredo, Texas area. All the wrestlers, all the promotions out in Texas. Denise Day also has a victory over Miranda Alice back at Mission Pro Mania, which was the last Mission Pro Wrestling show, of course, during April. As they do these shows kind of on a quarterly basis, Mission Pro eccentric, but Mission Pro, again, like you said, spreads their wings all throughout the industry, including WrestleCade. So I'm looking forward to seeing what Denise Day does against Angel Blue. And I believe this will be a first time ever one-on-one encounter, as Denise Day is in the genesis of her career, while Angel Blue is much more experienced.
Yeah, they definitely seem to do these shows about every other month, so maybe 6 times a year.
Yeah, give or take.
February, April, June, August, October is their anniversary show, and then December.
Right.
But
again, it's going to be a very, very unique experience for those that have never not watched Mission Pro Wrestling, as we try to bring you in. And of course, we talked about some of the other participants we'll see tonight. Again, we talked about the co-promotions that Mission Pro works with. Tonight, they're working with literally Hybrid Hybrid School of Wrestling, a training ground, a sports school in San Antonio, Texas, that trained one Izzy Moreno, as the women's championship will be on the line between Shea Carmichael and Calientina. Calientina, of course, previously known as the Spiciest Chica. I'm sure Walter will be all over that. Odele. She's a freelancer, still in the young of her experience, with about 9 matches under her belt.
Yeah, Calientita is another one who's really impressed me. You know, we kind of joke sometimes when we do these shows, and especially when the women come around, you know, simple-minded, weak-minded individuals. But I have to say, not only are the women here in Mission Pro talented, but a lot of them are gorgeous as all get out too. So even if you only watch women's wrestling because you like looking at the women that are performing, Mission Pro's got a hell of a roster of gorgeous women for you to pay attention to. If you're like Noah and you can get past the weak-mindedness and actually enjoy the performances, they're all great in-ring performers as well. But if you're a simpleton who just likes a pretty face and a good body, well, got that going for you too. It's really not that expensive. TitleMatchNetwork.com. The cheapest is $9.99, but you can't watch the live streams as they happen at that price. You've got to go up to the $14.99 bundle, which is what I did. That way we could get these things live as they happen. But it's definitely worth it. They've got shoot interviews there. They've got a ton of different promotions on their library. There was a show last night, DFW, which I'm assuming stands for Dallas Fort Worth, another Texas-based promotion. I would not put it past them.
Yeah.
You know, that's how we were able to kind of just test everything, make sure that things worked right. There weren't going to be any hiccups. There's a promotion, forgive me, I think it said it was ALW. The most recent show of theirs had Nick Nemeth on the graphic. So, you know, if you're a Dolph Ziggler person out there, you can check out some of his indie bookings when he's not doing TNA matches. A lot of stuff worth looking into for the $14.99 price point. You still have a few minutes to sign up if you want to watch along with us and see if Izzy Moreno can make history by dethroning La Princesa Tiffany Nieves. And like I put out on social media this morning on the Twitter, the Twix, the X, whatever you want to call it, X gonna give it to you.
Yeah.
I can't think of an independent wrestling match that I have been more torn between, because La Princesa is the reason I tune into Billy Corgan's NWA every week on the CW.
Oh.
Ever since I first discovered her there, I have become a huge fan of hers. I love watching her work. She's a great in-ring technician. She's out of OVW, where Al Snow's running things now. And then you've got Izzy Moreno, the super fan that deep down we all are, making her dream come true, out there grinding, and she could be one of the youngest champions in wrestling history. Not just Mission Pro history, wrestling history, period. If she can dethrone La Princesa here tonight.
And of course, Tiffany Nieves is also a previous challenger to the Burke, currently held by Kenzie Page in the NWA, and was able to successfully retain against her in a TV bout, as Kenzie Page might be fully empowered, as Pretty Empowered implodes, and it looks like her younger sister might be coming after her title. Of course, talking about Pretty Empowered, we talk about the tag team titles here at Mission Pro. The King Bees, of course, that were able to beat Pretty Empowered, not only coming as the MPW Tag Team Champions, but the NWA Women's Tag Team Champions. As we wait now for Title Match Network to switch here on the live stream.
And that was kind of interesting how they did that, because unfortunately with Madi Wrenkowski, Wren Sinclair, getting signed to WWE and NXT, they had to vacate the championships.
Currently held by
So what they ended up doing was they had 2 fatal 4-way matches, singles matches, where the winners of those 2 matches were then able to pick a partner to face off in a tag team match to crown the new champions. And originally it was Maya World, and I forget who she had as her partner, forgive me. They won the titles, but in their very first defense, lost the titles to the King Bees, which is why they are now the champions today. I believe part of the additional superstars appearing, I believe we may end up seeing Maya World facing off against her partner, and the fallout of that whole title change here this evening as well. Just no graphic for that one, but
wouldn't surprise me.
What a interesting way that they did to try to fill the vacancy of those championships.
To your point, Kia Dream and Maya Word, of
Kia
course.
Dream World.
I got you, because again, after Bougie Reality, of course, lost the tag team championships basically to what was called Friday Frenzy Dream at the time, Mia Friday and MJ Santana. But then the titles, of course, they were vacant through the duration, the later half of last year into the early part of this year. It was Kia Dream and Maya World that basically were crowned with them. But now we have the King Bees as champion, Charity King and Danny B. And we'll see Charity King and Danny B with their first defense since holding those titles tonight for the Mission Pro Tag Team Championships, while they've already had 2 successful defenses under the belt as the NWA Women's Tag Team Champions. And of course, the
Daniel over here fantasy booking like crazy all the people he'd like to see Izzy feuding with. Jesus.
Well, gotta start somewhere. And tonight, the mission starts with Mission Pro Wrestling, as we'll see if Izzy Moreno achieves the dream, literally led by first her role model. This is going to be fun. Welcome, everybody, to the first ever Mission Pro Wrestling Live Watch Event Special, as we have Emily May to bring us in. Let's freaking do this!
Yes.
And support Independent Wrestling, folks. Shout out to my indie darling friend of ATW, SC. Always lovely seeing Emily May.
Mission Pro, of course, coming to us from the Salvation Army here in San Antonio, Texas, as they have been for quite a while. Not since their inception, but probably for the better part of the last year plus.
It's been more of a home territory as of late for their shows. As Emily May is talking about, of course, we're starting off the Exodus Pro Women's Tournament.
And forgive us, folks, if we're a little bit quieter than normal here, as this is the first Mission Pro show we're doing. We don't really know how their layout is, how they've got things stacked. So if we have a little bit more downtime, as we try to hear them set stuff up than normal. Forgive us. But as soon as we know what's happening, then we will definitely bring you in and try to do our job to present things. As we get ready for our first contest for the evening.
Nice to see Eliana back here as our ring announcer. It looks like our first match is going to be London Dior versus Kelsey Heather. And it's going to be our first match to open the Exodus Pro Tournament. And again, it is hot down in Texas, and it's fiery hot here also in the Midwestern in Ohio as we bring you into our first ever watch-along coverage of Mission Pro Wrestling. So everybody, welcome once again to WWE Multiverse of Media live watch event schedule, bringing you everything possible with unique specials.
Yeah, it's hotter than heck out here too in Victorville in the high desert. 96 degrees and windy outside.
Oof,
Thank God for air conditioning.
And again, I am the Simpleman Noah Foss. The women, of course, is my color analyst in all things wrestling as of late. The Renegade Wrestling JJ Williams. As we bring you this one of a kind special, which could develop into something more depending on fan engagement and encouragement. Because if y'all want it, we will do it. And again, if you want to dip into the conversation, super chat. It's as simple as that. As we bring you independent wrestling coverage for women's wrestling held here by Mission Pro Wrestling out of the Santo, Texas area.
Got to give the people what they want. So if you guys want it, sound off. Let us know in the comments, whether it's the live chat now or after the fact. If you guys go back and watch this on demand, let us know in the comments that you've enjoyed our coverage of Mission Pro Wrestling. And we'll start adding it to our rotation every other month when they do these. As Kelsey Heather makes her way to the ring apron, doing the splits on the apron.
First off, you're not Melina, but she is flexible because she does have a background in gymnastics. She's a former cheerleader. Freelancer in the business with 5 years of experience, comes in with more experience than London Dior, trained by Sean Spears and Tyler Breeze. No stranger to anybody that's been following Kelsey Heather's independent ventures throughout the wrestling industry. Been involved, of course, in WOW, Shine, CCW out of the Florida area, and of course, AEW Dark at one time.
Okay. AEW Dark, which has since gone dark.
Sadly.
But I digress.
Again, the past life that I missed, but it's a whole different conversation. And again, for those that don't know,
honestly,
go ahead.
I was going to say, honestly, probably for the best ever since they launched Collision. Give those people TV time as opposed to just internet time.
True that. Bell Reigns are underway. And again, happy 1 year anniversary of W Collision. And who knows? Maybe we'll go back through and cover that in the archives, or at least cover the Virtuosa, Dion Barrasso versus the owner of Mission Pro Wrestling, Mera Mera from the Rosas. I am not there tonight, but that's okay. Perez for patches. I'm glad to be here for this. Stiff Carnival type going to go on with Kelsey Heather and London Dior. And let's keep in mind, folks, the winner of this match moves forward in the tournament. The other one is eliminated. This is a single round elimination tournament, as we know. I don't know the depth of the bracket, but we know what this is for, to become the first Exodus Pro Women's Champion. Nice catch there by London, though. Oh!
Ranked.
World's strongest slam by London as Kelsey looks for a reprieve on the rope. Oof.
Very smart there by Kelsey to roll to the bottom rope, get that little bit of distance from London Dior. I think you're a second or two ahead of me, but it's not a big deal as long as you're ahead of me and I'm not ahead of you.
And Kelsey right now going for a single leg grab, and London saying no. London Dior with a bit of an unorthodox background, shades of one Willow Nightingale. Definitely the more powerful of the two here.
Definitely would seem that way. And I mean, you look at those tree trunk legs of London, you're not going to be able to get a single leg takedown off of someone like that. But a nice little flip and arm drag from Kelsey Heather, getting a little bit of control.
Well, again, that cheerleading background coming into play as she escapes the head scissors from London Dior's legs. Once again, both
London looks a little bit shocked there.
But that comes with that inexperience as well. London Dior is still very young in her wrestling career. Shot to the midsection, but right now London not getting lost in the moment here, looking to create history. Big shot side of the head to Kelsey. Falls again. Big back elbow strike takes Kelsey off her feet. Kelsey rolling again, though, towards the bottom rope, towards the apron. And London, though, in the corner, catching her with a jumping elbow strike. And we mentioned, again, the background of London Dior versus Kelsey Heather. Looking the power, the stalling, vertical position, holding Kelsey up straight. And just walking around with her at this point. Just having her way with her.
Great show of strength here by London Dior.
And the drop down in the cover, hook the leg. It's a 2 count. London Dior's proven something here tonight where, again, she may not necessarily win the championship, but you might want to consider her for a championship. Charging in, catching her with a big uppercut.
Yeah, that's a very fair point. Hopefully EC3 is watching this, and whether she wins or loses, hopefully she'll remain in the title picture for this Exodus Pro Championship.
And Kelsey smelling blood in the water, taking advantage of London Dior, driving her leg across the steel ring post.
It's the best thing to do. Again, I pointed out the tree trunk type of legs that London Dior has. You want to attack them and weaken them. That way you can be able to get those single leg takedowns. Ooh, just wrenching that leg and thigh around the bottom ring rope.
And applying pressure to it with the stomp, hyperextending those muscles in the leg and knee. We saw what happened earlier on WWE with Damian Priest when an awkward spot almost cost him the WWE World Heavyweight Championship. Now Kelsey with a single leg here. What you're looking for. Leg DDT. Just hyperextending, planting that leg into the mat. Now goes for the cover. Deep hook on both legs, and London gets the sharp at 2. London Dior again preserving herself for now, but definitely on the back burner. And Kelsey right now just teeing off against London in the corner. London trying to create separation with her big shot. Blocks it though. And drives the arm in the top turnbuckle and kicks the hand off the second rope. Kelsey showing her nasty side here. And And what? Dragon screw leg whip. Damn, that move has to suck. And Kelsey with the cover. Hook the far leg. And a 2 count. Now goes for the quick cover again. Trying to wear down London. Gets a 2 again. And Kelsey
and again, another one of the things that I love about Mission Pro, we talked about how it's kind of a predominantly female federation. Female ring announcer, female commentators most of the time, female referee here.
Yeah,
gotta love it, giving those opportunities to women in the sport.
Well, I mean, that's what Thunder Rosa has been doing since 2019 when this promotion was born. And right now, London Dior in a world of trouble, trapped in a submission as she finds a way to the ropes as Kelsey continues to wrench hard back on that ankle. Using the referee's 4.5, 2-5 count to the fullest of her advantage. And Kelsey Heather knows right now that she is firmly in control, but can't take her eyes off the prize in moving forward in this tournament to become the first women's champion of Exodus Pro. And right now, just skiing off against London, trying to create separation. London rolls out of the way, though. Kelsey caught in the corner. London's hobbling on one leg, still trying to fight, though. And Dior right now, big forearm strikes to Kelsey. And she mount a comeback here. Big clothesline takes Kelsey off her feet in London right now. She's fighting back. She's feeling something, trying to fight her way back in this. Now hooking up Kelsey. Oy! But Kelsey lands on her feet. That back suplex denied.
Nice London. Up and over there by Kelsey Heather.
Kelsey Heather again, because she outsmarted London, sending her to the outside in between the ropes. Kelsey Heather charges in. London Dior with the shoulder block, though. And London might be looking for something bigger over the top. Slingshotting back in, but again, tweak that leg. And Kelsey trying to take advantage. London catching her, though. Backdrop suplex. And the cover by London. Deep hook, sit down, kick out. Oof. Kelsey rolling away for now, trying to slow down London Dior's momentum here. But again, what are you willing to do to become a champion in this business? Fight through pain, overcome adversity, take on any challenge put in front of you. And again, right now, London Dior just trying to make sure that Kelsey Heather stays away from that leg as Kelsey might be looking for, oh, wait a minute, the counter. Oh, look at this, the roll up, Whoa. That was very close. Good transition there out of submission.
Yeah.
And right now, fatigue has to be setting in for both these ladies. London Dior by Kelsey up on the shoulders. Kelsey able to fight back, though. Once again, going back to a single leg pick. London, though, trying to take the arm. Meanwhile, body strong, cradle, takeover, kick out.
Great opportunity there from London. Trying to make the most of these with that bad wheel.
Again, the strong legs of London. Kelsey Heather knows where the power lies. Mean stunner by Kelsey Heather. And Heather, once again, going back to the leg, wrapping it up, potentially here into a figure four leg lock. Cinched in deep in the middle of the ring, and London Dior with nowhere to go. Has to find a way to reach the ropes to force the break or turn over and reverse the pressure. And looks like Kelsey Heather is bridging up a figure eight, and London has to tap out as Kelsey Heather moves forward in the tournament.
Great match there to kick things off. Good opportunities for both women. Good try there by London Dior again. Maybe wasn't able to come out with the win this time, but EC3's definitely got to have his eye on her for contention down the road.
Yeah, you wonder where Kelsey Heather learned that move, as again, her gymnastics background come into play, bridging up on the figure four leg lock, adding even more pressure to the already compromised leg and knee of London Dior. She picked the target and stayed on it, and now Kelsey Heather finds herself moving forward towards making the history, becoming the first ever women's Exodus Pro champion. And winning her debut match, by the way, in Mission Pro Wrestling. This was Kelsey Heather's Mission Pro debut.
There we go. And again, for the fans at home, we don't want to try to pretend like the match quality here is on the level of AEW, TNA, NXT. It is very much an independent federation.
Which is fine.
You're going to see some sloppy moves. You're going to see some botches. But at the same time, you can't get better at your craft unless you make some mistakes. So if you are tuning into Title Match, if you are giving this federation an opportunity and watching along with us, don't expect it to be WrestleMania quality matchups. Go into it with an open mind and an open heart as you watch these women put it all on the line here.
Bottom line, just enjoy life and enjoy wrestling as we get ready for our next SS Pro Tournament opening match with Miranda Alice and Queen Uju. A little bit of talking about the Hybrid School of Wrestling, of course, the training ground in San Antonio, Texas for one Izzy Moreno. Nice.
One of the things that I really kind of get a kick out of here is how people, whether it's fans or corporations, sponsor the talent.
Yeah,
they make donations to help fund the talent for being there. That way people can see who they want to see.
Yeah,
I think that's a great touch.
I mean, it's all about giving into the business to help it grow. And that's really what it's all about at the end of the day. If you're a fan of professional wrestling in and out Mission Pro, I've seen that at Chaos Wrestling Movements here during Toledo's time. I've seen that during Insane Wrestling Revolution, owned by Rhino up in Michigan, as the Lucha Baddie comes into the screen. Miranda Alice. You're going to expect a lot of Texas represented here tonight.
Oh, yeah, definitely. And keep your eyes on that little girl that you saw right there near the curtain. She is there for almost every show. I forget her name. They actually brought her onto camera and interviewed her on a pre-show for one show.
That's awesome.
She is a huge Izzy supporter, much like Izzy was a huge Bailey fan. So it's kind of fun to watch it come full circle.
And Miranda Alice,
keep your eyes on her.
Miranda Alice, of course, trained by Booker T. 9 years of wrestling. 9 years of wrestling experience. Again, we've seen this woman compete in and out of AEW, Impact Wrestling, TNA Wrestling, of course, Ring of Honor. And of course, she had one of the most noteworthy matches during Ring of Honor's Renaissance Women's Division back in 2021 against the current NXT Women's Champion, Roxy.
Here comes the other participant in this match, Queen Uju, no stranger to Mission Pro Wrestling.
Yeah, regular.
And again, I'm a big fan of this young lady. I've become a big fan of hers watching these shows that I did research for. I see some big things for her in the future, whether it's NWA TV coverage, TNA, wherever. I can see big things for Queen Uju. She just seems to have that star caliber to her.
Queen Uju, by the way, has had mixed fortunes, though, since being part of Mission Pro, but she has won her last 3 matches against Angel Blue, Shea Carmichael, and Nova Phoenix. We'll see again who moves forward here in the opening round of the Exodus Pro Women's Tournament. And right now, Miranda Alice does outweigh Queen Uju by a couple years of wrestling experience. Of course, it's also a first-time ever one-on-one encounter. Both women, of course, defined out of reality of wrestling, led by Booker T.
Suck it, duck it, quack, quack, dog.
That guy, sometimes, I swear. Again, nearly a decade of experience. You've earned where you're at, even if you're in Mission Pro competing for a brand new promotions title. And that goes to the value of you as a competitor, let alone as anybody's opponent. Nice escape there by Miranda Alice. And again, you talked about, though, this is home territory for Uju, who's been here longer versus Miranda Alice. While Miranda's been all over the place. Definitely more of a freelancer, while Uju is more of a homecomer.
It's a fair point, but could that travel bring a little bit more experience, a little bit more of an edge for Miranda Alize?
Well, Miranda Alice, though, again, tested also in out of Mission Pro. The last time she was involved in Mission Pro was Mission Pro Mania against Denise Day, and she won. And of course, this is a first time ever, so you really have no history to this, let alone this championship being established. Nice hammerlock here, though, by Miranda Alice, wrenching back on the left arm of Queen Uju. And I think she was biting at the time to actually behind the rest back. I mean, you know, that's one way to, you know, force your opponent's will. Get to the midsection by Queen Uju. And trying to get back control here. Oh, I got paint brushed. Massive headbutt, though, by Miranda Alice. Lucha Batty demonstrating that Latino attitude. Another big chop off of Queen Uju against the ropes. And the Irish whip by Miranda sends her to the other side, catching her with a single leg boot, bending her over. Now Miranda looking to follow up again, takes her down with the shoulder block. Dropped down by Uju. Miranda Alice picking up speed. Good agility show with the leapfrog. A deep arm drag. Follow up again. And Uju in control, building momentum. Alice, though, was able to scout that third one, though. But Uju was able to counter-strike with a drop kick.
Sending Alize back into the corner there.
Oh, boy. Queen Uju looking to back it up big. Crushes Miranda in the corner with the side of her body. Almost a jumping hip attack. And sliding her boot across the face of Alice. Now bringing it back towards center. Into the cover. Gets a 2 count. Miranda Alice looking for a reprieve as she goes to the outside of the ring. That's smart. That's that veteran wherewithal. That's that veteran experience. There may be no timeouts, but there's a way you can slow down your opponent's momentum. Just a way of doing it. Again, I just want to reiterate. There are no timeouts in professional wrestling. Damn it.
Hey, but you know what? It's always makes for a good heel maneuver.
To your point, I'll say right now, having Queen Uju on the chase. Referee's 10 count still going. I'll say back in the ring as I'll say pick up speed. Catches Queen Uju with a drop kick running in as the Queen was trying to get back in the ring. I'll say applauding her own work. Saves of Tommaso Ciampa with the pat on the shoulder. Now trying to take advantage on the outside here. Oh! Slamming Queen Uju onto this gymnasium court and those thin pads.
Yeah, very thin. And you notice how few they have, Noah. Very much an exposed basketball court there as opposed to any real matting on the floor.
Uju rolling back in towards center as Alice will continue the punishment. Now let's say hook up both legs, gets a 1 count. Queen Uju is showing some great resilience here. Oof, mean headbutt though by Alice. Follow up. As Queen Uju right now is trying to shake off the cobwebs. And to those that are watching, thank you again for tuning in to this very special edition of Live Watch on Multiverse of Media, where we cover Mission Pro Wrestling, main events to the come. Izzy Moreno challenging for the NPW Championship against Tiffany Nieves. And again, if you are enjoying this, please subscribe, comment, tell a friend, figure for watching on all active outlets. We truly do this for you and appreciate you, as we only encourage you to just your life and enjoy wrestling too. I'll say locking up the arm again, using the top rope this time, wrenching hard back on that arm. As referee immediately forces the break. And again, oh! What the hell? She's trying to bite her fingers off? I didn't know I'll say like finger food. Yo, Daniel.
Waka waka.
Oh, man. Mean body shots here in the corner. The referee needs to create some separation possibly here for Queen Uju's sake. Bring it back towards center. Hook on the near leg. Kick out at 1. Again,
honestly surprised that Uju kicked out after 1 there. I figured that would at least be a 2 with all the punishment she suffered.
Uju had Miranda Alice scouted though as she catches her with, I think, a stunner more than a cutter, and Alice is down and out for now, but can Uju capitalize? Damage done to that arm already, and the fingers for that matter.
Right?
And right now, again, the Exodus Pro Women's Championship on the line, as this is a match in the Exodus Pro Tournament. Alice struggling to get back to her feet, using the ropes for assistance. Bringing Queen Uju back up to her feet. Queen Uju with the height advantage. Ugh. Uju right now giving it back to Alice, and Alice returning in kind. Both of these women right now just teeing off against one each other, trying to get into their gear. Oh, and Alice shuts off Queen Uju at the pass.
Both these women want to become the first ever Exodus Pro Women's Champion.
Well, there only can be one first. So again, history at stake here to move on in this tournament. It's one and done if you lose. And the waist slap, Alice what she's looking for here. Transition to front face like, oh! Swinging, net breaker, into the cover, up the near leg, 2 count. And right now, Uju is showing her perseverance. And Alice is starting to lose it.
Yeah. Uju showing her perseverance. Alize showing her frustration.
And right now, unleashing it on the back of Queen Uju. And of course, we know that Kelsey Heather already is moving on. The front face lock. Looking to hoist up Queen Uju. Queen Uju able to counter, though. Transitioning now into the waist lock. Big German suplex to Alice.
Oof.
And Uju right now trying to bring Alice closer towards center. Into the cover. Hut the leg. And Alice gets the shoulder up at 2.
Yeah, probably took too long trying to get a cover there. Not that she would have gotten the 3 count anyway with Alize being so close to the rope, but I'm sure that didn't do her any favors.
Well, again, goes back to that level of inexperience, but great wherewithal for Uju to bring her back towards center. But instead of continuing the punishment, went for the cover that allowed Alice to really recover. Pressure's on both of these ladies here. The heat's on. It's Summer Lovin. No Lovin being shown here clearly with these two. Queen Uju, though, is not deterred. Now hooking up Alice, possible Alabama slammer. Alice sits on the back door. There's a roll up, the cover. 2 count for Alice.
Great counter there by Miranda Alize.
Oh! And finally, Alice nails the cutter on Queen Uju, saying that is it. Setting up for something big here. In the corner, might be looking for a finishing maneuver. Shining Wizard connects. Here's the cover. Alice advances. Woof.
That well-traveled experience really paid dividends for Miranda Alize. probably for the best anyways when you figure that Uju is more of a regular here than Alizé is. You wouldn't want to lose Uju for too long to do this tournament.
I do think to an extent there is some rotating cast in Mission Pro as they, of course, are competing other promotions. But to your point, great showing here by Queen Uju as Miranda Alizé punches her ticket into the next round alongside Kelsey Heather as this Exodus Pro Women's Tournament continues all the way through the summer.
And Miranda Alizé
no respect.
Facetiously or not blowing a kiss to the crowd before pie-facing Uju one more time as she leaves the ring area.
I mean, what do you expect from somebody calling themselves the Lucha Baddie? I'm just saying.
No, I know, but you almost kind of wonder if there's going to be an aura of respect in these type of tournament matches, you know.
And Queen Uju right now needs to figure out what's next for her as she continues her journey through Mission Pro Wrestling. All right, let's go back to our ring announcer here for our next contest. Of course, everybody loves to mess with the ring announcer during independent shows. I know this for a fact.
Yeah, for whatever reason, there's some kind of gimmick where the crowd roars at her and she just kind of loses it. I'm not sure where it started because they were doing it when I first started watching the show.
Well, you were talking about former champions earlier. Speaking of which, here comes Maya Wood. But why is she out here?
Well, like I said, there was her and the other girl were both listed on the sheet as more or appearances by, matches by, whatever. But there just wasn't a graphic or anything. I'm sure this is going to be the fallout of their title loss to the Keen Bees.
Well, it looks like no one's here to, listen to what Maya World has to say.
I'm curious to hear what she has to say. I'm wondering why she turned on her partner last month or 2 months ago.
To your point, it looks like she's sending a message to her former tag partner, Kaya Dream.
Yep. Maya World turning heel after they lost the titles. Previously had been quite the babyface here in this company.
Said she wouldn't be here because, frankly, I was not. Right. You are out of the Texas area. Damn. Well, there's that typical value of my tag partner ain't worth bleep. Yeah, you were one half former Mission Pro, rest of Texas champion.
Yep, they called themselves Dream World.
Says Kaya Dream is the reason that she's not standing as the champion. The what chance? Typical what? What? Well, we are in Texas, home of Stone Cold.
What?
What?
I wish those chants would die, if we're being honest.
Unfortunately, what started is going to probably exist for the rest of time.
Hey, Title Match Network liked my tweet about us doing the coverage for this. That's awesome.
Well, appreciate your Title Match Network. And again, support independent wrestling, folks. Again, we talked about before, if you're not here in this business to be number one, why are you in the business at all? And clearly Maya World has ambitions for only herself. Shout out to Kylie King, by the way, former participant, of course, of Mission Pro Wrestling, former challenger for the Mission Pro Women's Championship. I wish you all the best for continued recovery. 19 weeks going in, according to the last thing that showed up on my feed. As the King will rise again. 4-0 as a competitor, huh?
Yep.
Lose to the It Girl, Maya World, get their 15 minutes of fame. It's one of those things, though, when you call your own shot. It's one of those things, though, Jada. We've seen it time and time before. You call your own shot, you might regret it.
Yeah.
Oh, well, Looks like she has an opponent instead. It's not her tag team partner. It's Natalie Skies. And this is a debut, folks, for Mission Pro.
Yep. Natalie Sykes here.
And she's on her own excursion here in America. How funny. We watched the show from Glasgow, Scotland, and she's from, let me get this right, Leeds, England. And for those that don't know, that's in West Yorkshire. She's a young freelancer known as the 21st Century Liability with 6 years of wrestling experience. Been going all across the U.S. and now finds herself in Texas. Was previously involved in New Texas Pro, going one-on-one against Rachel Rose and won.
There you go.
This should be interesting. She's been in the ring, of course, for those that watch British wrestling like me, the likes of Lana Austin and Riho, for those that watch, of course, AEW.
Yeah, I know who Rio is.
Also been involved with the likes of Alley Cat. You might know her from GCW. Formerly involved for the WXW Women's World Title, held, of course, inaugurated by Killer Kelly. Took on Ava Edwards for that championship. So she's got some interesting level of experience with certain opponents with her.
Okay, cool. Be curious to see what she brings to the table here. I know what Maya World can do, and Natalie Sykes needs to be on the lookout for Maya World, especially now that she's had this change in attitude. What will Maya World do to keep her undefeated streak alive?
That's one of those things.
You can argue semantics that she's taken an L because she's no longer tag champion, but it was her partner who ate the pinfall, allowing her to keep that claim.
But I mean, you know, it'd be a wild turn of events for this newcomer to come to Mission Pro, to your point, and hand Maya World her first singles loss. Maya trying to insult her opponent and paying for it in the early going here. So far, only that tag team loss, currently 4-0. Nice transition into that cover, throwing Maya World all out of sorts. Natalie Sykes on fire here in the early going. I like what I'm seeing here.
Yeah, definitely.
And right now, fall up in the corner with the Irish whip to Maya World reversal. Natalie Sykes, though, stopping herself, catching Maya with the back elbow strike. And sends Maya face first in the top ring post. And Natalie Sykes looking to hook her out. Fisherman suplex with a bridge, the cover. 2-2. Maya World able to kick out. And Maya World, by the way, who's been previously known to only be a tag team competitor, while Natalie Sykes has only been a singles competitor. I want to get a shout, of course, to my fellow ATW member, Queen of ATW, Megan Chiba, aka Mera Jade, who continues to prove that Jade is worth more than gold. Wishing her all the best, her continued ventures in and out of Spine Buster TV. Oh! And Natalie Sykes driven off the top ring rope, whiplash effect to the back of the net. Maya World taking advantage, big kick out of the corner.
Jesus. Totally rocked Natalie Sykes there.
Cover,
now Maya World giving herself a pat on the back.
Yeah, and again, their ego could be your downfall. You wonder that moment of self-gratitude cost her the decision there as Natalie was able to kick out. And imagine again, Natalie Sykes pinning Maya World in her singles debut in Mission Pro Wrestling. Now hyperextending the leg underneath the jawline of Natalie. That's the rest 5 count here. Let's see if Maya World delivers on these self-made promises. Now,
so if Maya World ever goes to work for TNA, will her theme song be Maya World, Maya World?
I hope not. Don't give Dale Oliver any ideas. I'm just saying, JJ, we'll have issues.
Come on, tell me that wouldn't be perfect with her name.
That's too perfect, too ridiculous. The thing is, though, you say you're done with your tag team partners, your tag partner done with you. I gotta wonder if Kia Dream is gonna come back for revenge. Oh, and now they able to duck underneath, and Schoolgirl, at least though, and slightly distracted there, Maya's by the people and probably by the fact her partner's still on her mind. Wasn't probably expecting this opponent here tonight at all either. Newcomer to Mission Pro, just teeing off against Natalie Sykes. And of course, Maya World right now, I imagine, has to have ambitions for the Mission Pro Wrestling Championship.
Well, if you don't, then you're in the wrong business, the wrong company. Everybody that steps foot in the ring's got to have their eyes on the championship.
Well, we'll see if Maya World will be looking on for Tiffany Nieves or scouting Izzy Moreno still to come tonight in our main event. As Maya World right now is taking advantage of Natalie Skites in her Mission Pro debut. Looking to hook her up. Natalie, though, able to counter. And once again, strong leverage here. Oh, wait a minute. Look at this. Look at the legs. I quit. Whoa. That was clever. Now the lateral press. And Maya bridging out. Going up and over. Able to escape.
Beautiful maneuver there by Maya World.
Big
you almost
slap.
got to wonder, Noah, if she's got her eye on the Mission Pro Championship, whether it's Tiffany Nieves or Izzy Moreno, or if she's more focused on the Mission Pro Cup, because the Mission Pro Cup is going to have to be decided coming off the heels of this event as Izzy Moreno cashes in her opportunity, and whoever wins the Mission Pro Cup can go after any championship they choose. Would it be easier for Maya World to get the cup and then hold on to it kind of like a money in the bank and cash in at the opportune moment?
I mean, again, it's like, as good as golden ticket, cashing on the opportunity. And we'll see as Moreno, she cashes in steps of the night after Natalie just made Maya see stars. Now looking to pick up momentum here, running in with the elbow strike. We talked about this earlier with Maya World, maybe too distracted on something she has yet to pursue versus what's right in front of her. The snapmare by Natalie Sykes here. Big spinal tap kick to the back. Rolls her through in the air against Maya World. Might be her dismay with the DDT. Cover off the leg. And Natalie gets the 2 count. Natalie has to stay on the gas here. She's in the driver's seat. She's that close to winning her debut here at Mission Pro Wrestling.
Desperation's got to be setting in here.
And right now, for momentum in favor of the newcomer, the waist lock applied to Maya World. Maya trying to fight back, though. Trying to keep her feet off the ground. Meanwhile, the roll through, victory roll, deep hook of both legs. Natalie, though, with reversal. Big up kick by Maya World underneath the jaw of Natalie Skites. What's this? So the submission. Oh, wait a minute. The roll for the reversal by Natalie, too. Almost got her again. That's her name. Big cutter. Natalie Skites with a huge opportunity here as Maya World rolls to the outside. Train separation and preserving her singles undefeated streak here so far in Mission Pro. Natalie looking to bring Maya World back in. Sykes, though, slow to follow up. And Maya taking advantage, throwing Natalie up against the second rope. Oh, no. Maya World trying to bring a chair in play. Referee stopping Maya dead in her tracks, thankfully. Making sure this match stays clean. Meanwhile, Smash like, oh no! A different chair to the ribs as she was clearing the other one. And Maya taking advantage. Unique roll up here. And 2 count again as Natalie finds a way to escape. But it's a super kick, turning her sideways. Now Maya, Natalie's sides get flattened, covered, and Maya World puts a damper on Natalie Skites' Mission Pro debut and keeps her undefeated streak alive.
Great match there. Great showing by Maya World. Good opportunity there for Natalie Sykes. Hopefully we'll see more of her in the coming shows.
Well, I mean, she's 5-0 in singles competitions, but I think Natalie Sykes proved a lot here tonight. Oh, come on. This is unnecessary. You beat the girl fair and square in your own mind. You already made your statement. Get the heck out of here. And the referee creating separation for now. Distasteful sportsmanship, as one would only expect from Maya World. But still, tremendous singles debut in Mission Pro Wrestling for Natalie Sykes. I wouldn't mind seeing Natalie Sykes compete for the Mission Pro Cup after that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Hopefully see her back here again sooner rather than later, more often. Natalie Sykes, well done, well fought. Of course, the audience always loves to dictate who their favorites are as we get ready now for tag team action for the, I believe, MPW Tag Team Championships as the King Bees defend against Fire and Fury. And again, the audience starting their own traditions. All right. Here's our first championship match of the night, the first of 3 championship matches for the NPW Tag Team Championships. As you see the challengers, oh my word. The debut of Nova Phoenix. And talk about a heavy unit. This looks like 2 chicks you don't want to meet at a bar.
Yeah, definitely. I guess they call themselves Fire and Fury.
Making their tag debut together at MPW.
Nova Phoenix I've seen a few times. Morgan Mercy, I think only once I've seen on a previous show. Nova Phoenix, very impressive, though.
But it's also one of those things, you look at the build of these two. We're looking at 2 powerhouses here. And according to my brief research, yes, folks, I have another computer here. It looks like this is their tag team debut, period.
Yeah.
And you wonder again, does that go in favor of the champions where experience might overcome power as the Charity King and the current champions alongside Danny B, known as the King Bees, our current Mission Pro Tag Team Champions, make their way to the ring. And might I add, our current NWA Women's Tag Team Champions after beating Pretty Empowered, Kylie Page, and Ella Envy, of course, and they've been the NWA Women's Tag Champs now for 155 days with 2 successful defenses. I mean, the King Bees just exploded on the scene in the NWA and then came into Mission Pro and defeated the former champions like there was no tomorrow, for being honest here. I mean, the former champions, Maya Ware and Kaya Dream, didn't even get out of the gates.
Yeah.
Again, you see the size advantage here. You don't need to look at a teletape to see who clearly has the size and power advantage here. So it's going to come down to cohesion versus basically opposition.
Well, let's not undersell Charity King, though. She's a thicker girl herself. While Danny B is definitely the odds out here, smaller competitor, Charity King should be able to carry herself well against these bigger individuals across from her.
Well, again, also with any tag team, we usually have like the power and then you have the technical agility. And I feel that you could say that about definitely the smaller of the two. To your point, Charity King and Danny B. Go down.
The question is out of Fire and Fury, who's the technical and the agility?
I'll get back with you on that. Apparently, Dynamite Download was the sponsor for Fire and Fury, our challengers tonight for the Tag Team Championships. Those that don't know, Nova Phoenix, 10 years wrestling experience, definition of a powerhouse, also out of the Texas area, current UWL Women's Champion, former CBW Women's Champion. Her partner, Morgan Mercy, with 3 years of experience, trained out of MPX Training Academy, led by, you might know her as Athena, the Ring of Honor Women's World Champion.
The Fallen Goddess.
Exactly.
Not a bad teacher to have.
Well, considering the dominance that arguably the most dominant champion the women's wrestling business right now has been on, that's a hell of a teacher to have at MPX Training Center. But again, to your point, to offset the power, you might have to look at the agility of one Danny B. And of course, Danny B and Charity King, both trained by, go ahead, do it, out of the Reality Wrestling Academy.
Oh, shucky ducky quack quack.
I expect him to have said that probably for this match if it was on NXT. And if y'all don't know, go check out NXT this Tuesday to see who arrives with our locker rooms to challenge Trick Williams for the NXT World Championship. Of course, at NXT Heatwave, which we will cover next month here at the JMN Multiverse of Media as bell rings were underway. Oof. And Danny B right now is definitely going to have to use speed to her advantage to avoid the clutches of, I believe, that is the Nova Phoenix. Danny B with the quickness right now. Playing evasive against Nova Phoenix. And Nova might be getting a little frustrated at this point. A little bit of feeling out without even contacting one another. Danny B is going to buck up now to Nova Phoenix. I don't know how wise this is. Stiff con up on top in the middle of the ring. Oh, boy.
Well, the old saying goes, it's not the size of the fight, or not the size of the dog in the fight, but it's the size of the fight in the dog.
Clean break so far.
Maybe Danny B's got trying to show that she's got a lot of fight and shouldn't be taken lightly by these two obviously bigger individuals.
Yeah, but also, of course, sometimes the heart outweighs the mind, and I don't think this is a smart judgment call with the waist lock, attempted German suplex. Oh, my word! And Nova Phoenix taking Danny B for a ride.
You spin me right round, baby, right round. And if you'd
see
like to
Star
hear
Trek.
Noah sing that, go back to the archives from karaoke last week.
Yeah, you'll see Aramel and James here sing that. I sung Daft Punk Around the World, a real song about revolution. And the power advantage, Nova Phoenix coming to play, but Danny B able to escape. And once again, trying to pick up speed here. Sunset flip, trying to bring Nova Phoenix down, and that's not going to work.
No.
And Danny B,
Gotta be
though,
careful
again.
Nova Phoenix doesn't sit on her.
Oh! And Queen B right here. Danny B may have to make the chatter upon her and does so. Nice running drop kick. As now, oh, God, running senton, shades of Piper Niven. Charity King is in the ring. Here's the cover on Nova Phoenix. Doesn't even get a 1 count. And having Charity in this match right now makes it a little bit more even for a power game. Now trying to hoist up Nova Phoenix. And right now, Nova Phoenix again firming her base. Teeing off against Charity King. Now hoisting up Charity. Charity able to escape though. Pushes off into her corner. Tab made to Morgan Mercy. And Morgan Missy in this match now thrown off of the ropes. Big shoulder block here. Now who gets first? Good God, look at the size of Morgan.
It's King Kong versus Godzilla.
Yeah, you remember who won in those movies? I'm just saying.
The fans did.
Accurate.
That's why they're still making them.
Charity King trying to take down Morgan Mercy, who again meets her in the middle with a shoulder block. Test your might, Charity. Ooh.
Mortal Kombat.
All right.
Test your might.
And look at the confidence here by the challengers right now, literally testing the champion's will as both women collide, pun intended, in the middle of the ring and neither go down. Uh-oh. This is going to end badly. Oh, boy. Oh, gosh! Big shoulder block.
Ounce!
Yeah, that's a pounce and a half. Inside shoulder tackle. Takes Morgan Mercy off her feet. And Charity having her way with Morgan in the corner, showing no mercy whatsoever. And for those that don't know, Morgan Mercy, 172 pounds with a rugby background. Oh, God. Definitely a definition of a heavyweight. Now the fisherman. Suplex! Beautiful. Charity into the cover. Gets a 1 count. Not enough yet to even put the challengers down for a 2.
You almost got to wonder if she had been able to hold it and go for the pin with that fisherman, would she have gotten a 2 with the extra body weight?
Dad made to Danny B now, looking for some double team offense here out of the corner. Charity holding the arm. Big axe handle to the left arm. And that tag team cohesion on full display here. Again, this is the first time we're seeing Nova Phoenix and Morgan Mercy as a duo against the oh, God. Established duo, but I guess a headbutt doesn't matter who you are. And Morgan Mercy right now, more than capable of using herself as a weapon. The best weapon sometimes is literally your own being. And cheap shot there by Nova Phoenix. Take advantage of Danny B, but Danny B picking up speed. Caught by Morgan Mercy. Big back breaker over the knee. Ugh. Tag. And now we got Nova Phoenix back in here, the two that started this match to begin with. And boy, how the tides have changed since the start, JJ.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, I would say this is worst case scenario for the champions, as the challengers are literally taking advantage of Danny B in their corner, just driving her boot in the side of the head. And once again, taking a cheap shot against Charity King. Morgan Mercy taking advantage. Rear naked choke, 10 beats in the bound of sorts, and a body shot. And the challengers right now teeing off against Danny B, while Charity King right now is distracting the referee to the worst aid right now of her tag team partner. You gotta
She's trying to get in there and help her partner, but the referee right on top of it.
Well, again, emotions could be your greatest strength and your biggest threat. Sometimes the tag team partner who's trying to come in there to aid their partner or bring the referee's awareness takes too much away and allows the challengers to take advantage.
That's fair, and that's exactly what happened right there.
I would also argue that if Fire and Fury win not only the Mission Pro Tag titles, they have a chance to honestly maybe go after the NWA Women's Tag Team Champions. Let's not forget, the friggin' King Bees are the current NWA Women's Tag Team Champions. Oh, Danny B looking at that. Oh, God, what an Alabama slammer. Into the cover. Morgan gets a 2 count. Ooh, man. Great resilience there shown by Danny B. That was a hard whiplash effect. Tab made again to Nova Phoenix. And now Nova and Morgan hooking up. Danny B able to catch both though. Escape. Double net breaker. And Danny B turning that around, creating a critical moment here in this matchup to bring in her partner as she crawls her way towards Charity. Charity stands ready, but Morgan Mercy bringing her back towards center. And Danny B trying to create separation, find an escape, find the way, and oh no! And Nova Phoenix just pulled Charity off the ring apron, preventing the tap from happening.
Not gonna happen.
And Morgan Phoenix right now, big German suplex to Danny B. Further impact on that back from earlier. Back in control are the challengers. This is almost become a handicap match at this point, JJ, and a nasty cravat being applied right now by Morgan Mercy, rearranging the neck and head of Danny B.
Definitely handicap style. Danny B is desperate for a tag. She needs Charity King to get back on the ring apron, and she needs that hot tag. It's the only thing that's going to help the King Bees keep their titles.
And Danny B right now looking to go up to the top rope, looking for something big out of the corner here. Big cross body takes down Morgan Mercy, but unable to capitalize, literally bouncing and rolling off her.
Charity King getting back to the corner there, though.
Charity King back up to the apron, to your point, ready and willing to make the tag. Can Danny B find her wherewithal and reach out to her partner? She's reaching, she's crawling, she's making her way towards her. And Mother Nature is trying its way every possible. Is she gonna make it? And there's the tag. Danny B has made the tag to Charity King, as I believe that's Morgan Mercy. And Morgan Mercy's right. Morgan Mercy blue hair. Now Morgan Mercy in with Charity King. Oh man, needed the midsection. And now hoisting up Charity King, but Charity King counters, throws Morgan into the ropes once again. Runs for him at a clothesline.
Huge clothesline there by Charity King.
Charity King rocking right now. Morgan Mercy as Nova Phoenix looks to climb her way back to the apron to aid her partner. Meanwhile, big Samoan drop. And it goes for the cover, and Nova immediately breaking that up. Before the official game even start the count, now hoisting up. Oh, God! Bubba Bob of sorts.
Huge Bubba Bomb.
Planting Charity King. Danny B, though, catching Noah Fierce with a DDT. But Morgan Mercy still leading. Now Morgan Mercy hoisting up Danny B. Oh! Morgan Mercy playing Danny B as all 4 women are down. Again, the Mission Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions are on the line. The 4th champions in this company's history after the inaugural ones, Robin and Charlotte Renegade, followed by Bougie Reality, of course, talking about the Reality herself, Madi Wrenkowski, of course, now Wren Sinclair in NXT. And, of course, we saw one half of the previous champions earlier in Maya World. Referee starting her 10 count here as Morgan Mercy and Charity King are trying to get back up to their feet, crawling towards center. 2 legal women, by the way, in this match. Charity B right now, or excuse me, Charity King right now teeing off against Morgan Mercy. Some of these names are like they could be in a Dr. Seuss novel, how much they rhyme with each other. Oh,
right.
Big forearm strike, blocking that forearm shiver this time, though, blocking the arm again as Charity King is trying to create momentum for her team to reserve the titles. Teeing off against Morgan Mercy, just wailing away at her opposition. Morgan Mercy down to her knees, and Morgan looking to create separation. Turns Charity King around. Now the waist lock for a big German suplex. Back elbow strike, though. Oh, single leg kick, and Morgan. What the hell?
Huge German suplex there.
Off the roundhouse kick, Morgan Mercy with the cover, and Danny B saves the titles. I'm pretty sure we would have had new MPW tag team champions there wasn't for Danny B, who brings her partner over to the corner and makes the tag. Not sure how wise that is. Once again, trying to Irish with Morgan Mercy, who instead, Cazadora, Nova Phoenix with the full Nelson. Danny B in a world of trouble, Danny B. Oh, no!
Miscommunication there. Morgan Mercy just took out Nova Phoenix.
Man, that's one hell of a pump kick to drop your partner with. And Danny B right now taking advantage of the miscommunication by the challenger. Super kick to Morgan Mercy, still on her feet. Now going off the ropes. Springboard code breaker. Charity King trying to hoist up Morgan Mercy. Big power slam. And Danny B and Charity King covered again to retain. That is it. Sheesh.
Great finish there to that tag team title match.
Yeah, you can tell the perseverance the champions felt at that moment with both covering Morgan Mercy just to make sure she didn't get a chance to kick out. As the King Bees with their first successful defense as the Mission Pro Wrestling Tag Team Champions. Well done. This combination of power and speed is definitely going to be a serious threat to any tag team. But Fire and Fury, for a first time ever combination, I thought they worked very well together. It just took one miscommunication for the whole match to turn upside down. A couple points, I thought we had new tag team champions looming. Congratulations, though, to Danny B and Charity King. The King Bees still Mission Pro Tag Team Champions. Tremendous showing by all 4 women there.
So what are you thinking so far, Noah? Talk to me.
I'm really enjoying this. Like I said, I've always been a fan of independent wrestling. When I'm not watching a major promotion, I'm just scrolling for YouTube. It's how I watch stuff like Rev Pro, like Pro Wrestling Eve, like Spinebuster TV, like freaking Black Level Pro, like Prestige, like West Coast. Just saying, I've always been a fan, like I said, professional wrestling. And at the heart of it, you got to look at the very basics of the industry. And it doesn't become more humbling with your rise and the journey towards the bigger leagues than the independent scene. As we get a little bit of a sponsorship thank yous here, as of course independent wrestling always is endorsed, supported, and encouraged by sponsors, whether it's for promotions and or the competitors. And with that being said, when we got a moment to breathe, thank you all for tuning into this first ever independent professional wrestling scene, live watch live event special. We hope you're enjoying this takeaway from the bigger companies where we bring you truly to the simpler side of the professional wrestling industry. Hope you're enjoying the action and engagement and commentary. Please subscribe, comment, tell a friend. If you want more of these, please, we'd love to hear your voices. We'd love to hear your encouragement. We do this for you, not for us. We do this for the love of professional wrestling too. And thank you to everybody that's watching across all active outlets here at the Multiverse of Media. Still to come tonight, of course, we still have the Hybrid Women's Championship involved. We still have the MPW Women's Championship involved, of course, in our main event. And if you want to find out how we got to this point, go check out Mission Pro Mania, courtesy of Mission Pro Wrestling, that happened back in April, now fully available on Title Match Network, where, to your point, JJ, it was Izzy Moreno that won the Mission Pro Cup in their own version of a Stadium Stampede match, making sure this goofball couldn't get up for the count of 10 in a brilliant way. And again, folks, we hope that you are enjoying this. Please stay tuned after this event concludes, that we will be back later for the weekly Saturday Night Shenanigans that are Open Mic Night with a debuting new panelist in my ATW brethren, the KING King A-Train. And I'm sure there's going to be a lot to talk about and have another fun, probably chaotic conversation as we continue our enjoyous watch along here for Mission Pro Wrestling. And you hear Walker Student, by the way, who's the voice of New Japan Pro Wrestling, who's also been a voice for, of course, Mission Pro Wrestling, alongside Emily Mai or Beta Scott, as we're looking back at what got Izzy Moreno to this point. It looks like there's a bit of a flashback match here.
Yeah.
Izzy
Maybe
Moreno.
it's their intermission, so they're running this during the intermission in the arena.
Yep. And you see Izzy Moreno was, of course, dressed for combat, dressed for a street fight, donning the colors of ECW in that top, the purple and the red.
And you see that little girl I was pointing out earlier, the fan there.
Yeah, and I see that little girl with the bow tie there. Again, wrestling starts at the heart with the youngest of fans to become the greatest and biggest of stars. And of course, Moreno, again, has definitely been putting in the work since she was 10 years old, training out of, as I said earlier, the Hybrid School of Wrestling in San Antonio.
Also recently training with none other than Ace Steel, who was accompanying the man we all believe in, Joe Hendry, to the ring at Against All Odds this past weekend.
Say his name and he shall appear. I'm sad he didn't appear in WWE yet, but I do wonder what might happen on NXT this Tuesday. I'll be watching. Say his name and he appears. I believe in Joe Hendry. Sorry. Anytime that shows up, I swear. You always get me with that. You always get me with that. And the biggest component to believing in Joe Hendry. Anyway, as we look back at this match again, Izzy Moreno, who of course faced this goober named JP Harlow in this San Antonio Stampede match. The only way, of course, to win this match was to keep your opponent down for the count of 10. And basically, it's a street fight.
Yeah.
Called a San Antonio Stampede. Literally made by La Mera Mera Thunder Rosa.
I enjoyed watching this one.
This was a little silly.
This was a good match.
This was a little silly to say the least. Not gonna lie, but I was kind of laughing a bit here too. As of course, in Mission Pro, they're not afraid to do intergender wrestling as well, like AEW and TNA.
I mean, you've gotta be a little bit silly here. It's kind of what I expected because number one, you've got Izzy Moreno, 17 years old. You can't be as brutal with her as you would an of-age competitor. And then you've got the whole intergender aspect of it. Intergender matches primarily are just for the shtick, the gimmick. So it's exactly what I figured. What killed me, though, and we'll see it here as we're taking a look at this flashback match, was when Izzy pulled out the bags that usually everybody assumes are thumbtacks. And one had friendship bracelets and the other one had the beads to make the friendship bracelets. I thought that was a great spot. I thought it was perfect for her personality as JP Harlow attacks Izzy here.
And completely uncalled for pre-match assault by JP Harlow, who basically become the hitman from one La Mera Mera Thunder Rosa, putting Izzy Moreno through hard times like she had hard times recovering her spine since she vacated the AEW Women's World Championship last year in August in Cleveland, Ohio.
You know what? That's the other thing I'm wondering. I'm wondering if this is to kill the time that has been left vacated by Thunder Rosa's match.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that's exactly what it's about. Because again, the Virtuosa, Diana Purrazzo, will face La Mera Mera, Thunder Rosa. Of course, this is being in the past. We can talk a little bit about this, but again, people kind of know where we are coming from with this match because, again, we saw what happened. But people right now may not know what's happening. But again, people might know what's happening.
For anybody that is watching this for the first time, they haven't seen how Izzy Moreno got the Mission Pro Cup.
Exactly.
So while we do have a little bit of flexibility to your point, we don't want to take away too much here. But
no, it's all history though that goes with each other. Thunder Rosa, JP Harlow was the only person to ever Thunder Rosa when she was rearranging her spine back in place this entire time as he catches Izzy Moreno. JP Harlow, by the way, with a football background, folks. Out of the corner, now up in the fireman's carry on the shoulders with someone big here. And the elbow stretch to Izzy, though, able to find a way to the apron to escape. Big shoulder block here by JP Harlow, while Izzy Moreno, of course, has been involved in Mission Pro since August 12th. Had her first match with Jasmine Allure, and I need a little cowbell in my life. How fitting we're in Texas. The thumb to the eye by JP Harlow.
Great underhanded tactics by the heel JP Harlow. And Safet, what does GCW have to do with anything tonight? Can you let me know? Like, seriously. We're sitting here talking about Mission Pro Wrestling.
Well,
and to a certain extent, AEW, because La Mera Mera, who's supposed to be performing tonight for MPW, has a match on Collision. What does GCW have to do with anything?
I think
Please keep it on track, bro.
I think he's just talking about another independent promotion. I was naming a ton of independent promotions earlier, and arguably that's one of the independent promotions. Oh, man, and JP Harlow just rung Izzy's bell, quite literally with that cowbell.
You can ring my bell, ring my bell.
JP Harlow
and then the stomp to the face with the cowboy boots.
Preventing that submission that Izzy was going for on his left arm, trying to get feeling back in it. And now Izzy Moreno set up in the corner. The Irish whip, hard Irish whip into the opposite turnbuckles. And again, Izzy Moreno literally going into tonight as we talk about the main event to come, her 7th match in Mission Pro Wrestling. Started out against Jasmine Allure, taking on Maya World after that, losing out on the NPW title first against Tiffany Nieves at Ladies Night Out 13, then facing the mother effing King, Kylie King, but finally winning her first match against Missa Kate via submission cross-arm breaker. Oh!
Missa Kate, a good friend of Big G's Parker Kane Promotions.
And again, supporting independent wrestling, also a former NWA Women's Tag Team Champion alongside Madi Wrenkowski. And right now, Izzy Moreno trying to take advantage of JP Harlow attacking that left arm. JP Harlow just really football tackling down Izzy Moreno. Now going for the cover, pinfall or standing 10 count here wins this type of match, folks. This is called a San Antonio Stampede made by La Mera Mera Thunder Rosa, who again is the owner of this wrestling promotion. And co-founder, Snap German. And we talked about before the tough love that she's shown Izzy Moreno, literally insulting her, who Izzy thought was once a friend to her. And of course, Thunder Rosa's been there for Tiffany Nieves and her underhanded antics. Hard Irish whip denied as JP Harlow sent face first, the top turnbuckle, torso first, Izzy trying to build a comeback here. An Irish whip, of course, the size advantage on JP Harlow with that football background, almost dressed to compete on a football field. Izzy, though, trying to take JP down, trying to build up momentum here. and just driving herself through JP Harlow. Izzy feeling it right now as JP is robbed, and Izzy looking to follow up. Big shoulder block. Of course, former linebacker himself, former linebacker for the NFL himself, Moose, who was able to defend the TNA World Championship successfully against Broken Matt Hardy last night at TNA Against All Odds. Izzy trying to show.
We saw the return of Brother Nero after the match, so.
Yeah, that's a whole different
The
conversation.
Hardy Boys have been reborn in TNA one more again.
And the crossbody connects to JP Harlow, and JP Harlow rocked right now. Both competitors still getting back up to their feet as Izzy favors the small of her lower back. Finding her way through the pain, and Harlow, though, as Izzy drives her knee in the second turnbuckle, and now Harlow looking to take advantage up again in the fireman's carry. And not going to allow it, though. Now bringing JP Harlow down to the mat, looking for the cross arm breaker. Adopted from
Ronda, that was bestowed upon her by Ronda Rousey.
And looking to win the big one here for the NPW, the Mission Pro Wrestling Cup title. Harlow, though, with the strength and reach advantage, though, preventing the full extension. Now rolling up Izzy, forcing the break at 1.
Mission Pro Cup, essentially their version of a Money in the Bank briefcase, where you get to cash in the opportunity anytime.
And again, if you all want to watch that match in full, you can become a subscriber today to Title Match Network and go check out Mission Pro Mania that occurred on April the 20th, 420. Damn it. Where Izzy Moreno successfully won the Mission Pro Cup to get her to the second chance for the Mission Pro Wrestling Championship tonight. So they come in our main event, as right now, JJ, we literally have an intermission.
Yes, we do. Yes, we do. So while we have this break, let's go ahead and run our watch-along trailer. Show everybody what is coming up here across the multiverse.
Let's do it.
And now, preview time. So let's take a look at what's coming your way.
And of course, as I always, in case you don't know by now, what I like to always post trailer show and tell you, it truly is here, all the wrestling, 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 all the professional wrestling. Damn it, with more to be added, because TNA announced Emergence and Victory Road. As we get back to in-ring action here at Mission Pro, and we get ready for Angel Blue taking on Denise Day. Angel Blue, of course, very well known, 16 years of wrestling experience, nicknamed the Mega Star. Of course, the
Wait a minute, I thought L.A. Knight, was the Mega Star.
Apparently, there's more than one Mega Star in this business. Who would have funkin'? Of course, we've already seen Angel Blue involved in Mission Pro. Queen Uju beat Angel Blue back at Mission Pro Mania. And here's her opponent, Denise Day. Straight out of the Laredo, Texas area. Denise Day looks pretty fired up here, JJ.
Oh, yeah, definitely.
Denise Day, known as the Dream Catcher, trained out of the 5-Star Wrestling Academy. And of course, Denise Day, still very young in her career, In fact, she's only been involved in Mission Pro outside of one match in RCW, and this will be her 4th match in Mission Pro Wrestling, previously facing the likes of Miranda Alise, who we saw earlier win her bout in that tournament against Queen Uju. And Miranda Alise also has a victory over Denise Day. The fact of the matter is, though, while one has far more wrestling experience in general, neither individual has yet to get a win in Mission Pro. So both are looking for a first.
It's a very good point here, Noah. Only one can get the victory when neither one of them has one so far.
Someone's got to give her. Someone's got to get rid of that goose egg. Of course, Angel Blue's been involved, including, again, hardcore wars and women invitational tournament bouts in and out of her wrestling career. The reigns were underway. And of course, Angel Blue is more accomplished, current WBW Women's Champion, former Inspire Pro Twin Dragon Connection Champion. That's an intergender tag team championship, folks. And of course, a former ACW American Joshi champion 2 times over. Also known as Electra Blue, out of the Fairbanks, Alaska area. Oh my gosh. A little bit of aggression shown the early going here. And Denise, of course, we saw the aggression in her last outing right now with the mount position, almost a Lufest press of sorts, just teeing off against Angel Blue. Charges in, gets caught with an arm drag, though. Denise right now getting the better of Angel. Angel might be facing her own devil. Angel Blue again right now, getting countered, now going off. And, oh! And Denise into the cover. Gets a kick out. Angel Blue right now crawling in the corner, looking for a pre, but a false insecurity for Denise Day. Denise Day, a bit of a more powerful of the two here right now. A bit of a bigger opposition for Angel Blue to overcome. A ruthless aggression being shown here, though. Jeez. Vicious. Stomping away at Denise in the corner here. And again, this is just a unique singles exhibition. Both looking for their first win in Mission Pro. No title on the line, but more importantly, an accolade. Do whatever you can to rearrange the spine of your opponent. Definitely will help towards that achievement, JJ.
Yeah, definitely. And looks like Angel Blue here just dominating Denise Day here in the early goings of the match here.
Well, again, when you're trained by the likes of Lance Hoyt and Raleigh Dawkman with 16 years of experience, you should know a thing or two about being aggressive, especially if you're nicknaming yourself the Megastar with a hip check like that. Shoots the half. Here's the cover on Denise. Gets a 2 count. Then right now, Angel Blue just literally in firm control of her opponent. Finishers include the Deja Blue and the running net breaker. This is looking very good, though, for Angel Blue as she goes to work right now on the neck. And
We need to get Angel Blue and Sky Blue in a tag team together. Call them the Sky Angels.
I like the idea, but I think I better see Sky Blue go one-on-one. Again, Sky Blue, former participant in this Pro. And right now, Angel Blue having her way with Denise, just driving her head into the mat. Relentless assault here. Trying to take advantage of her and mocking the audience in the process.
Yeah, definite vicious streak here with Angel Blue. Can Denise Day get it together and start to get some offense?
Again, Angel Blue was last involved in Mission Pro Mania with a loss against Queen Uju. Probably still upset from that. Oh, great axe kick, though, to Denise Day. And Angel Blue has been in firm control since the early going. Denise, though, trying to finally mount some offense here. Big knife edge chop and a rake in the eyes as Angel Blue again showing how far she's willing to go to get the win here tonight. Good grief. Choking the life out of Denise Day across the second rope with the leverage of her leg. And Denise Day, of course, previously involved in a tag team bout alongside Red Chanel, losing to Jasmine Allure and Danny Moe in a four-way, and previously was involved in a pre-show match at Boiling Point. Made her Mission Pro debut that day as well. right now, the megastar just backing it up hard into Denise Day's face up against the ropes. Jeez. And right now, Angel Blue knows she's in control, but how far is she willing to go to get the win? How important is to get the win? Whether to make a statement. Every woman here is, of course, trying to send a message towards the champion and towards maybe the future champion if history's made her tonight in our main event. Angel Blue right now, trapping Denise Day in a sleeper hold of sorts. A rear naked choke right now, pointing the elbow underneath the jawline. Those wrists firmly locked. Denise Day might be going out, might be fading. And Denise Day,
they're kicking her legs, trying to get a little bit of momentum back, trying to get the crowd to rally with her.
But again, that's a lot to hold down for Angel Blue right now. Denise Day wooing the people on with her, getting back up to her feet. Body shots right now to Angel Blue, trying to create separation, and a jawbreaker finally does. Now going off the ropes, and Angel Blue catches Denise Day up on the shoulders. Are you kidding? Death Valley Driver.
Holy crap.
Cover. Kick out, though, by Denise Day at 2. Wow. Impressive show of strength there by Angel Blue, picking up the bigger adversary for a beautiful Death Valley Driver. Yields only a near fall. And Denise Day is still in it. Both of these women, again, trying to get into the win column here at Mission Pro Wrestling. Angel Blue right now is, insulting her opponent and paying for it with her own slap to the face. Denise Day has had enough, though, of Angel Blue's bullying in this match. The Irish whip. Angel Blue stops her momentum, though. Catches Denise Day, charging him with a back elbow strike. Now looks for a crossbody out the corner. And Denise Day catching her, though. Play a strength here. Planting Angel Blue with the power slam. Into the cover. Kick out at 2. Woof.
Denise Day needs to stay on top of Angel Blue here. Angel Blue smart and getting out of the ring. Scurrying like a cockroach.
She was scrambling to get out of the ring, JJ. Let's be honest here. She saw her big goose egg flashing before her eyes. And a big PK by Denise Day, catching Angel Blue on the outside, who was jaw-jacking a fan. And Denise Day right now needs to bring Angel Blue back inside, or maybe it's better to take the count out here and what's Denise Day? And the crowd right now being asked to move away. Angel Blue, the spear to Denise Day through the chairs of the front row. Those unforgiving steel chairs. Setting up, wait a minute. This can't be legal. Technically speaking, I guess they're not being physically used for the win. They're just being impromptu used, I guess, as Angel Blue is setting up a very proverbial troubled bed of woe. There's Diva's intentions on Angel Blue's mind right now. Setting up those chairs and stacking chairs even more.
Yes, but let's remember the cardinal rule, Noah. She who sets it up is usually the one to take the punishment.
And it breaks the count, goes back inside the ring and breaks the count. And all the fans right now standing away from what looks like certain destruction from one of these two ladies. And Angel Blue looking to hoist Denise Day for a suplex off the steel ring steps through the bed of chairs. Denise Day reversing, though. Now looking to hook up Angel Blue. And oh my God!
Case in point.
And Denise Day suplexes Angel Blue from the steel ring steps through the bed of chairs. Both women down as the referee starts her 10 counts. Neither one moving at ringside. It might be a 10-count knockout. Up to 7. We're up to 8. Up to 9. Can either woman make the count? And that's it. That is it. It is a double count out. Both women remain winless in Mission Pro Wrestling.
Interesting way to do this. I see a rematch come the next show in August.
Well, at the end of the day, both women, they're still looking for that first win in Mission Pro. Neither one could take advantage. Denise Day going for broke, literally rearranging Angel Blue's spine off the bed of chairs. Referee helping Denise Day up to her feet as both these women's animosity towards each other and towards the win. This is far from over. Neither one scores the victory. You said it yourself. It's not over by a long shot, and I guarantee you it's not. What we just saw right there in that moment just tells me these two women, they're ready to take it to the next level. It's about more than a win. Now, it's personal.
Yeah, definitely.
Brutal ending to that match. Well, as we keep moving forward, time to go to some more women's singles action as Calientina takes on Shea Carmichael in what I believe is for the Hybrid Women's Championship.
It's Calientita and Shea Carmichael.
Shea Carmichael and Calientita. Thank you for the appropriate enunciation.
And again, Calientita, another one here who I've really kind of grown to respect here watching the shows that I have seen for Mission Pro Wrestling.
Right.
Definitely looking forward to seeing what she brings to this match here. Go ahead and bring that down for now. We haven't even begun the entrances yet, but
I mean, that's fair. And again, Mission Pro Wrestling, we talked about before, it is a destination for rising women's professional wrestling. Damn it.
And we do not digress anymore.
No, and it's just fact. And you see right now the ring announcer being very cautious, please and thank you, trying to get back in the ring to announce the next match. Maybe there's a giveaway or something. That was brutal. Dadgum. I hope Angel Blue's back's okay. Yeesh. As we get ready for what I apparently believe is the semi-main event for the Hybrid Women's Championship. Again, Hybrid Women's Championship representing Hybrid School of Wrestling, a sports school in San Antonio, Texas, where Izzy Moreno was disciplined and trained out of in her young professional wrestling career.
Yep, semi-main because the Thunder Rosa match got scrapped. So you got to figure that come August, they'll try to rebook that Riche Chanel Thunder Rosa match.
And let's also keep in mind, please, people, remain #spoiler-free, as right now we know AEW Collision is underway. And of course, we have, speaking of women's wrestling, the founder, the owner of Mission Pro Wrestling, La Mera Mera, Thunder Rosa, taking on Diana Purrazzo in a
long may she fucking reign.
Damn it! And I look forward to watching that after this is done.
Hey, you said main event. I don't think that's going to be the main event, bruv, because you got the BCC match. That's probably going to be your one-year main event.
Yeah.
All four BCC members versus whoever they have lined up for them. I forget who they have on the opposition side, but I did see the graphic.
TMDK, Rocky Romero, and freaking Leo Rush.
Yes. Now that you say it, I remember TMDK on there, but I wouldn't have remembered the other two. But yeah, that's going to be their main event for the evening.
Yeah, I suppose. But I still think the women deserve it more because they're the story. Anyway, that's just a whole different conversation. Looks like some that fan's like, Bossy, I got my merch. Later, suckers. All right, well, we'll see what happens when those fans come back at the next show that is either going to be representing Tiffany Nieves or Izzy Moreno as we get ready for our semi-main. Again, this is for the Hybrid Women's Championship. And first out, here's the challenger, Shea Carmichael.
Shea Carmichael, yep. She definitely gives me a little Kenzie Page, a little Hollywood Haley J type of vibe to her in her presentation. If you're familiar, I know you're familiar with Kenzie. I don't know if you're familiar with Haley J. I'm only familiar with her from having watched the Wrestlers series on Netflix.
Haley J is one of those names I've heard very vaguely, but I believe I've seen her.
Yeah, if you go to, I know you're not a big TV guy, but if you go and watch the Wrestlers series on Netflix about OVW, she's one of the ones that's featured quite heavily in the 8 to 10 episode series. Get a good feel for her character. Her mother is part of the staff and an ex-wrestler who works for Al and OVW. They also double dip over in the WOW promotion, Women of Wrestling. As we get Calientita now coming to the ring, the hybrid champion.
The current hybrid women's champion, and Shay Carmichael is again somebody that's, making her way, putting in the work, but has quite a challenge put in front of her in the far more experienced Calientita, again, literally representing the hybrid school of wrestling known as the Spiciest Chica. Comes in with a running corner stomps and a swinging net breaker as her finisher.
And definitely hot and spicy. I'm not used to seeing her work as a heel. I'm not sure where this is coming from. I don't remember seeing her work as a heel in the other shows that I watched. More so of a tweener because she wasn't completely established. So maybe this heel persona is part of her hybrid character.
From Dallas, Texas, America's sweetheart in the white and pink and sparkle, Shay Carmichael. And to your point, I've also said before, I'll say it again, championships can change people.
This is fair. This is fair. I'm not sure exactly when she became the hybrid women's champion, as she didn't have it at Mission Pro Mania. So within the last couple of months, she's probably won this title.
Yeah, Calientita probably became champion, but for all we know, literally shortly after facing Maya World at Reality of Wrestling, and even more after that, London Dior at Mission Pro Mania.
Maya World, Maya World.
And of course, she loves holding on to that championship. We'll see how far a champion's willing to go if she follows the same trend that Tiffany Nieves has followed lately in holding on her death grip on the Mission Pro Wrestling Championship. Referee, of course, checking both champion and challenger. And Shay Carmichael doesn't seem to be sweating Calientita so far. And bell rings are underway for our semi-main here for the Hybrid Women's Championship. And again, our main event comes up after this match. Condiment tie-up by Shay Michael. And we'll see who leaves Summer Lovin here, both as the Hybrid Women's Champion and the MPW Champion, as, of course, the Mission Pro Wrestling Tag Champions were able to successfully retain their titles earlier tonight.
According to social media, she won the championship back on May 26th, so only a couple of weeks ago here.
Yeah, you wonder how far she was willing to go to win that title, how far she was willing to go to hold on to that championship. Great wrist control here right now. Hammer lock in the left arm is the champion. Challenger trying to force the break and immediately going after the hair. The referee calls for the break. Shay Carmichael, though, a little bit upset after that as the champion finds reprieve in the ropes, clearly getting inside her challenger's head. And again, back to the hair. I don't know how wise this is. And Shay Carmichael grabbing a handful of oh! Delivered big forearm. And the Irish whip, reversal Irish whip. Shay Carmichael sit hard in the turnbuckles. The drop kick. Get the boots up. Now sending up to the second rope. Now catching Calientita. Beautiful head scissors takeover. Oof. STO of sorts. Drops the knees across the chest. And Shay Carmichael looking to follow up again. Big running drop kick. Through the chest. Here's the cover. Gets a 2 count. Still not enough.
No, it's too early.
A good early showing here, though, by Shay Carmichael.
Yeah, we talk about it often, Noah. The challenger has got to stay on top. The challenger has to beat the champion. The champion does not have to beat the challenger.
And a cover, too, it goes to how far a champion's willing to prove themselves, let alone preserve themselves, if not both. And a great Russian leg sweep follow up there for the cover by Calientita.
Calientita only 19 years old here. Only a couple years older than the challenger for the Mission Pro Championship tonight, Izzy Moreno.
Again, both these women that you just mentioned literally trained out of the title this school represents, hybrid wrestling, hybrid school of wrestling. And right now, Kelly and Tita looking to follow up. Big drop kick to the back of Shea Carmichael up against the second rope. Whiplash effect, champion control the cover, gets a 2 count. Just the 2 so far, just the 2. You can see right now, Shea Carmichael's holding on to her back. She got nailed hard with that drop kick. Ooh. Dropping an elbow.
Big elbow there by Calientita.
And right now, Shea
Keeps
just
fanning herself because of how hot and spicy she is.
Yeah, again, there's too much heat for her own self to handle is the question right now. Putting the boost to Shea Carmichael in the corner and driving her foot forward underneath the jawline of Shea Carmichael. Shout out to Dustin Rhodes and his Rhodes Wrestling Academy, by the way. Go check out his latest showcase on his YouTube channel, folks. Oh, and the double stomps just in the corner. Stomping away at her challenger like a maniac. Ooh. Calientita, though, sent face first, second turnbuckle, and Shea Carmichael looking to answer in kind with some stomps of her own in the corner and a Bronco Buster.
There we go. Haven't seen one of those in a while.
Yeah, okay. Shea's bringing her own heat to this. Oh!
Yeah, but you don't want to get too cocky with a champion the caliber of Calientita.
Whoa! Running in with the cannonball, shades of Kevin Steen into the cover, goes Calientita to retain shoulder up immediately and grab the rope. That positioning there by the champion. Shea Carmichael right now showing great resilience here. And of course, Calientita, to your point, is champion. Title can only change hands via pinfall submission inside the ring. Shea Carmichael, though, just smiling up towards the champion's offense here, looking unfazed, trying to get inside the champion's head and probably succeeding. Now Calientita teeing up against Shea here in the corner. And Shea Carmichael, though, still staying in this, though. Oh, what's this? Cinching on a cravat, trying to wear down the challenger, possibly looking for a submission here. And the wrist lock firmly behind the challenger's head, close to the inside of the champion's body, but challenger able to make contact with the elbows. Calientita, understanding the sense of concern, breaks the hold herself and still unleashes on Shea Carmichael, or Shea Carmichael. I gotta get used to that name. Carmichael. It's like two names.
Carmichael.
Almost Karma. Armringer gets to the midsection. And a front face lock now by Calientita. What you're looking for here. Hoisting up maybe a German suplex attempt. Shea Carmichael, though, reverses!
Great reversal of the vertical suplex, almost like an exploder, having with Calientita crash into the turnbuckle pads there.
Shea Carmichael, big running Meteora in the corner. Huge opportunity right now for the challenger into the cover, up the far leg, and Calientita gets the shoulder up at 2.
Big kick out there by Calientita.
Shea Carmichael, though, in firm control here. Calientita still finding bat, though. Vicious forearm strikes. The Irish whip, reverse Irish whip by Shea Carmichael. Calientita up and over, though. Shea Carmichael, though, trying to keep up with the champion. Catch him by a cutter! Out of nowhere!
Big cutter.
But she has to try and capitalize. She has to roll through for the cover. Both women down in the middle of the ring as Calientita is checking her jawline. And right now, this is a critical moment for Shea Carmichael to capitalize. Whoever can get back.
Carmichael is exhausted. Look at her. She hasn't even begun to move, just barely stirring now, and she's rolling the opposite direction.
Both of these women right now, critical moment here for both to capitalize. Shea Carmichael with a smile on her face, meeting the champion in kind, middle of the ring, eye to eye, forehead to forehead here. It's almost like Shea Carmichael loves this. Calientita, though, and Carmichael both trading forms. Whoa! That was a vicious slap.
Calientita egging her on, screaming, "Come on."
Double A takedown.
Now that Shea Carmichael's giving it to her, Calientita's like, no, I'm good.
She asked for it. Be careful what you ask for.
Yep, you just might get it. Big clothesline
Oh!
takes down Calientita.
Good takedown, taking her down face first, following that clothesline. Now the waist lock. Big German suplex release by Shea Carmichael. Calientita in a world of trouble here, now trying to cover up as the referee's trying to create separation. What the hell, official? I thought she was going to go maybe for a cover, but I guess the officials are checking on the champion here. I think right now, Shea Carmichael, a screw might have been taken loose. Got tripped up, though. Calientita looking to take advantage here after the referee probably saved her. Oh, gosh. Calientita going for the cover. Gets a 2 count. 2.9 off of that face breaker of sorts on the knee. Oh!
Almost an eat defeat type of maneuver.
And right now, again, this attitude getting the better of the champion. Challenger taking advantage. Group of front kick again. Mounting the champion. Cover. Kick out at 2 again by Calientita. We're split second away from possibly having a new hybrid women's champion here in our semi-main event here at Summer Lovin, represented by Mission Pro Wrestling. Going for the big net breaker. Calientita able to reverse, though. Get to the midsection. Now the double underhook. Oh, and a DDT. And that might be it. Cover. Hook on the leg. Calientita retains. Jeez. Calientita finds the 3 for the victory.
Big retention there for Calientita. Demanding her championship as the referee's trying to get it. Calientita snatches it from her hands.
Yeah, I mean, to your point, we saw how far Calientita values that title, but she was definitely tested tonight against Shea Carmichael. Great showing here by the challenger. But I gotta say, Shea, I think there's something different that was brought out of Shea tonight that I was unaware of.
Quite possibly.
Well, whatever is going on with Shea Carmichael, it brought her very close to her championship goal as we get ready for our as we get ready for our main event here. And Shea Carmichael right now arguing with the referee. You gotta wonder if that moment that the referee created separation with the two, that might have cost Shea Carmichael in the end going. And Carmichael arguing with the, just threw a sign into a participant's face. Shea Carmichael might become a hot mess for all we know. Anyway, as we have a moment to breathe here before our main event to see if Izzy Moreno makes history as we get ready for the Mission Pro Wrestling Championship bout with La Princesa Tiffany Nieves taking on Izzy Moreno for the second time. Hope you all enjoyed this very unique first time live watching event here for independent wrestling as we cover Mission Pro. The idea will be back momentarily, folks. Please like, subscribe, comment, tell a friend. If you want more of these, let us know. Your opinions, your voices matter the most. And if you want to dip into the conversation, Super Chat is it is truly as simple as that. And thank everybody that's tuned in. Daniel, Safety, Matt, of course, Daniel, and everybody that's watching along, whether you're chatting or not, or just hearing us, take you along the ride. As we get ready now to see if Izzy Moreno makes history, it's time for the main event as the current holder of the Mission Pro Wrestling Cup cashes in tonight to try and win the Mission Pro Wrestling Championship.
It's the moment we've all been waiting for, Noah.
Indeed, JJ. And we talked about the insulting comments by both the champion and, of course, Thunder Rosa and anybody else that's doubted young, bright, up-and-coming, dedicated, passionate Izzy Moreno. She's going to do whatever it takes to win here tonight, but I got to argue that Tiffany Nieves is going to probably do whatever it takes to win her tonight as well. So this is going to be a dog dragged-out fight.
I expect nothing less. Tiffany Nieves always brings everything to a fight. The question is will Izzy retain some of that killer instinct that was first brought out of her by Kylan Keene and that she used when she won the cup from JP Harlow? or is she going to try to be the goody girl that everyone just assumes that she is?
Well, I think one thing for sure, she is definitely prepared for this matchup. And you have to be prepared as much as possible for this.
Yeah, and then what's going to happen come next show with the Mission Pro Cup? Again, we're going to have to crown a new champion as Izzy Moreno surrenders it here in order to challenge for the title. And here comes the champion, La Princesa Tiffany Nieves.
To your point, Tiffany Nieves, by the way, who is literally going into her 11th defense, overcoming Lady Bird Moreau, Natalia Markova, Rachel Chanel, Zoe Sky, Rachel Neville again, Christina Marie, beating Genocide, and of course, previously beating Izzy Moreno at Ladies Night Out 13 back in November 2023. Her most recent defense was back in River City Wrestling Con against Tiny Tanaya, and right now she's looking to once again make sure that nobody stops her run as she looks to be the record holder, reaching her 308th day, just literally 21 days shy of being the record set by Holiday and Genocide, the very woman she took the title from.
Mm-hmm. And I love her slogan, get it, got it, bueno. Love her catchphrase. It's so good.
And of course, she will truly make sure she does whatever it takes to get the win and make sure Izzy Moreno leaves defeated. Says that tonight nothing changes. We're about to find out. Let's get down to our introductions. This is our main event. Good luck, Izzy.
Yes. Ring announcer telling the fans what we all know, that this is the cash-in of the cup.
The Mission Pro Wrestling Championship, first established in Mission Pro Wrestling, held by La Rosa Negra, then, of course, won by Jasmine Allure, of course, won by Holiday, and then won by Genocide, now currently in possession of La Princesa Tiffany Nieves. Everybody's favorite BFF, it's Izzy Moreno. Trained literally out of Hybrid School of Wrestling right in the Texas area and the Team Vision Dojo. For those that don't know, Izzy Moreno has a background in jiu-jitsu, which is fitting that she uses the cross arm breaker.
Yep. And her opponent, your current reigning and defending Mission Pro champion, La Princesa Tiffany Nieves.
She's defended this title actually 15 times. Longest reigning and defending Mission Pro Wrestling champion in her own right. La Princesa Tiffany Nieves, also a previous challenger for the Burke in NWA with a loss against Kenzie Page. I may not like Tiffany Nieves' tactics, but I can't argue the heart. Of course, being also a former cancer survivor, Tiffany Nieves is no stranger overcoming adversity in her own life, in and out of pro wrestling.
I'm glad you pointed that out, because I was about to point it out. That's one of the things that really made me gain some respect from her, was when I learned she was a cancer survivor.
Of course, endorsed by La Mera Mera, Thunder Rosa, arguably who would be in her corner tonight if she wasn't involved in taking care of business against the virtuosa Diana Perazzo. Of course, we know Tiffany Nieves won this title using it for Eat Defeat against Genocide. You wonder if she might apply a similar tactic against Izzy Moreno tonight. Here we go.
Bell rings. Here we go.
Again, sometimes the hardest lessons are taught the toughest of ways, whether you know it or not. And I do wonder why Thunder Rosa may have chosen Tiffany Nieves to be her champion at Mission Pro. Does she believe that Izzy Moreno can be a champion in her promotion?
Well, of course she can. I mean, I'm sure Thunder Rosa looks at Izzy Moreno and sees herself when she was a young woman. You know, whether you're male or female, you can't help but look at Izzy and see a little piece of yourself in her. A super fan who is living out her dream of being a professional wrestler.
Damn it.
You know, every single one of us that watches the product on a weekly basis, whether it's WWE, AEW, TNA, NWA, or any of the many indie promotions that are out there and local to us, every single one of us that sits down and watches it at some point or another envisions ourselves in the ring doing this.
And the mounting position
And
right now,
Izzy
Izzy
is doing
Moreno.
it.
Yeah, Izzy Moreno right now, teeing off, and Tiffany Nieves and Izzy Moreno literally rolling around in the ring, fighting like cats and dogs. Tiffany Nieves right now on the back seat, and Izzy looking to follow it again, trying to catch her. Nice snap, Mayor. Looking to follow up. Runs in with a sliding elbow strike to the back of the head and neck, drops the elbow. Again, the confidence that Izzy has restored in herself since that loss last year. But miscue off that elbow strike, and Tiffany might take full advantage of that now, though. Looking for that double underhook, fired by suplex possibly. Meanwhile, transition by Izzy, bringing her down the mat. Might be looking for the arm breaker, and Tiffany finds a reprieve in the ropes momentarily. And throws Izzy to the outside in the process.
Yeah, as we talked about briefly during the pre-show, this is not the same Izzy Moreno that challenged La Princesa back in November when she was only a couple of months into her career. This is almost a 1 year, difference in the individual in ring. A lot more experience, a little bit older. She's had a birthday since then, a little bit wiser.
And right now,
and having competed against La Princesa before, she kind of knows what to expect from the fighting champion.
And right now, she's not taking any of La Princesa's insults as the champion goes back inside to break the count and continue to punch on the outside while Izzy continues to try and fight back. And pushing Izzy back first into the apron. Of course, the champion can only change hands via pinfall submission inside the ring. And Tiffany Nieves is well aware of that, but Tiffany's out tonight to send a message. Now, hammerlocking the arm across the bottom rope, hyperextending the right arm, and continuing the punishment. Referee forcing the break. And Tiffany Nieves, of course, has shown what it takes to be a champion and what it means for her to be the champion. Since beating Emmy Camacho back in June last year, 2023, for number one contendership to get to Genocide at Boiling Point, where Tiffany Nieves arrived and became champion. Izzy Moreno debuted and has only risen up since then. Quickly put on the brakes right now on Izzy Moreno, who's down the outside. Izzy again, who started as the young fan of one Davina Rose, a.k.a. Bailey. Of course, became her own former podcaster, interviewer, now in-ring competitor.
And we saw Bailey able to successfully defend her championship earlier today against Piper Niven. Can Izzy Moreno be like her idol, her role model, if you will, and become champion here tonight? That's what the whole world is waiting to see.
And, of course, no respect shown to the referee by the champion here, with a bit of admonishment for using closed fists. And clearly right now the plan is wear down, beat down Izzy Moreno, break her spirit, then break her body. That's clearly the plan on Tiffany Nieves. Loving shot to the spine. Of course, we just saw earlier a recap of Izzy Moreno getting into the opportunity, beating J.P. Harlow in a San Antonio Stampede match for the Mission Pro Cup. And the Mission Pro Cup, of course, will be vacated now and will be determined across a tournament, I imagine, for a new winner to also go after this opportunity when the time presents itself. Oh, jeez.
Well, the last time they did it, they did a fatal 4 or 5-way match, and the winner just took the cup. I got to imagine they'll probably do something similar come August in their next show.
And, of course, next time the Mission Pro Wrestling takes center stage will be, as JJ alluded to, in August. And again, folks, if time allows and if you encourage, we'll be happy to cover this again for you. Is he taking advantage, wrenching the left arm of Tiffany Nieves, trying to fight back here, and that jiu-jitsu background coming into play, teeing off against Tiffany, bringing it down to her knees, looking for that pump knee. Oh, but Tiffany drives herself into the back of Izzy. That was a hard shot, too.
You got to figure Tiffany Nieves here is trying to teach Izzy a lesson. You know, you look at someone like Izzy, 17 years old, a 1-year rookie in this business. Tiffany Nieves has been around the block quite a bit. You know, NWA competitor, Ohio Valley Wrestling, former champion. She's done a few things along with beating and surviving cancer. You don't want some 17-year-old punk to come
Oh,
in
boy.
and derail you.
Oh! Spin out with the power slam right now. And of course, Tiffany trying to take advantage. Here's the cover. 2. Anyway, hook a leg. 2 count there. Almost sat on Izzy there.
I believe Tiffany calls that the Bronx Slam. I could be wrong with that, though.
Yeah, you're right. The Bronx Slam, that spin out sidewalk slam. Again, Tiffany Nieves, calculated champion here. And of course, we talk about the younger generation of rising athletes, not just in NIL, but in professional wrestling. Julia Hart, 20 years of age, TBS champion. Billy Starks, 19 years of age, Ring of Honor Women's Television champion. First ever Ring of Honor Women's Television champion. And now the double
Here
underhook.
we've got Izzy Moreno at 17 years old, could become the Mission Pro champion.
Weirder things have happened, but truly nothing is impossible in this business for anybody if you work for it. And Tiffany right now feeling firmly in control, taking her eyes off her opponent and showboating to the crowd. This could be a critical mistake. And Izzy right now just trying to get back up to her feet with assistance from the ropes.
Normally you would think so, but considering Izzy's having a hard time just even getting to her feet, you got to figure Tiffany Nieves thinks she's in her driver's seat here.
And Izzy, though, fine bet, though, up and over, the flip, the roll up, the cover, 2, almost got her.
No.
Izzy almost won the title right there. And again, split-second decision, though, by Tiffany with that knee, bends Izzy down. What's Tiffany looking for here? Readjusting position, now hoisting up Izzy Moreno. Big power slam.
Almost
Izzy
thought she was going to go for the Michinoku driver. We saw that so many times at Clash of the Castle today.
Tiffany going for the cover, gets a 2 count, deep hook on the far leg, and again, further exaggeration on the lower back of Izzy Moreno, who's been favoring that pretty much this whole match. But Izzy again, wheeled on by all her best friends, all of her friends in attendance, all the friends and fans of Izzy Moreno here, looking to see if Izzy creates history. Wheeling on the challenger here. Izzy again getting the boot up, though, creating separation, sidestepping Tiffany Nieves, who goes into the turnbuckles. And now Izzy once again follows up with a shoulder block, rolls through, creates distance. The confidence building inside Izzy, but again, that back showing no favoritism. And Izzy right now, but we're looking to go for broke, going up to the second rope. Tiffany trying to stop the ascent. Tiffany charges in, catches Izzy. Oh, boy. Oh, God, what a spine buster.
Ooh.
Damn.
The strength of La Princesa to catch Izzy Moreno there and just drive her down with that brutal spine
wait a minute.
buster.
Look at the transition, JJ. Look at the transition. Going for the cross arm breaker. Trying to lock it in, but Tiffany rolls up Izzy and forces Izzy to break the hold.
See, that's the one thing that most of these women have over Izzy is a little bit of a weight edge. And that just is because of her youth. Ooh.
Tiffany maintaining wrist control, though, dropping Izzy maintaining wrist control, though, dropping Tiffany face first. Now, once again, wrapping the arm up, looking for that cross arm breaker one more time. The same way she beat Mr. Kate to win her first match here in Mission Pro. Tiffany dragged away from the ropes towards center. Can Izzy hyperextend that arm? Hey, wait a minute. What? Wait, who's that? That's not from the Rosa. She's supposed to be on TV, right? Who the hell's that? Now, Izzy, though, driving the strange ally to Tiffany Nieves, face first to the ring apron. What the fuck's happening here?
I'm not sure. I need to get a good look at it, see if that's Holodead.
Yeah, was this the plan all along? Was this the damn plan all along? Then right now, the referee checking on Izzy. Almost the referee you would think would try and incite a disqualification right now. Again, Thunder Rosa
not wanting the referee to call for the DQ.
No, nobody wants that. And Tiffany right now literally looking for an escape, a coward's way out. And her audience is saying no as well. This crowd right now is apoplectic, as well as Izzy at this point. Referee right now with a critical decision to make. And the ring announce.
Oh, it's their general manager, CT, the Mic Slayer.
Uh-oh. The manager is stepping in here. Yeah, disgracing the championship. Yeah, antics is a polite word.
She's refusing to let the match end in a DQ.
Well, this whole thing, this whole charade, being eliminated by the general manager, fake ass Thunder Rosa to the back. Yes!
Match is restarting.
Damn! Yeah, you better get back in that ring or you're going to be stripped of your championship, Para. Yeah, this is not what Tiffany expected. Tiffany was looking for an easy way out with a fake-ass Thunder Rosa who should be losing an arm right now to Deonna Purrazzo. Now she's headed to the back as she was about to tap out of the arm breaker. And Izzy in hot pursuit as the general manager has demanded this match to restart. And Izzy dragging the champion back towards the ring.
Great move by Carolina Teague.
Well, Carolina Teague has also been on the blunt end of Thunder Rosa's insults as well. You only could handle so much bullshit for so long, all right? And
Izzy no doubt, no doubt.
Hard into the steel ring steps. As Tiffany's looking
the question though now, Noah, is how pissed off is La Princesa, and is she going to dish out even more punishment to Izzy Moreno, or should she have just allowed the match to get DQ'd? I think we're going to see a more fired up Tiffany Nieves here now.
Well, maybe the general manager is trying to make Tiffany Nieves a worthy champion to call for Mission Pro. Maybe she's trying to make Tiffany a better competitor. Maybe she's trying to make Tiffany somebody people can be proud of. Why people have endorsed Izzy Moreno and rather see her as the face of Mission Pro. Again, though, Izzy Moreno, though, again, like you said, still so young, still so, again, undertested, favoring the small of her back. Referee asking Izzy if she wants to continue. Izzy, again, with the biggest opportunity of her young career. Tiffany, though, does not want Izzy to even get a second chance at it.
Izzy's body is not as calloused, is not as used to the bumps as a more experienced competitor.
Well, the match is officially restarted, so Izzy brought back inside the ring. Tiffany waiting for the bell to ring. At first.
There it is.
All right, well, here we go. Round two. I appreciate what the general manager did here, but again, I do worry about Izzy Moreno's long-term conditioning, to your point. And right now, Tiffany taking full advantage of that. Absolutely furious. Can I imagine what Thunder Rosa faces this if she don't lose her arm to the Virtuosa Deonna Purrazzo, which I more so expect than anything else. Sorry, not sorry.
Well,
and now she's willing to take the count
got to
out.
be huddled around a computer or her phone watching this. Although it is starting to get close to that women's match championship time in AEW, as it's almost the 9:15 mark.
Collision, they do things slightly differently. I will say that, especially when it comes to women in extreme circumstances. And I'll leave it at that. Meanwhile, Izzy Moreno trying to climb her way up on the apron, stop the rest 10 count. And Tiffany runs in with the drop kick, though, and drives Izzy back down hard to the outside. Tiffany Nieves
You can see the way Izzy is clutching at her back there.
Yeah, but look at the way that Tiffany Nieves is clutching her left arm that was nearly taken out of its socket. I can only imagine what's going through Izzy's mind right now with how far she went to get back in this match, to have this match. The bottom line, even if Izzy doesn't win here, she will not accept losing via countout. If she's going to lose, she wants to lose in the ring to the champion. But losing the last thing on her mind as well as quitting. And Tiffany literally tossing Izzy back in right now. Might be dead to rights, dragging her towards center. Now goes to the cover, lateral press, and Izzy somehow kicks out.
The heart, the fighting spirit of Izzy Moreno.
Somehow Izzy managing to get the shoulder up before the 3. And now Tiffany might be looking for a submission of her own, possible cloverleaf. Looking to hoist up Izzy. Again, the damage done to that compromised back. And the spine being rearranged on young Izzy Moreno as her body is planted flat on the mat. And Tiffany is sitting deep in on that cloverleaf. And again, we talk about the impact to the back on the steps. And Izzy might literally be fading here. You talk about the catalyst, talk about the conditioning of Izzy Moreno. She can only endure so much for the referee has to call it. If Izzy passes out, that might be it. Arm goes down once. If the arm goes down 3 times, Tiffany Nieves will retain via submission. There's a second. If this arm goes down for a 3rd, this match is over. But Izzy still shows life. The heart and soul of Izzy Moreno finding a way to raise her body, crawl towards the ropes, and forces the break. And Tiffany got to break that hold, but Tiffany bringing her back towards center, almost refusing to. Now dragging her back towards center of the ring, and once again, readjust the position, looking to once again apply a cool. Izzy, though, changing position herself. Roll her through with the ankle pick. An awkward landing for Tiffany Nieves.
I was going to say Nieves rolling close to those ropes so that she could get into them very easily. Smart move by the champion.
Yeah, but Izzy also sent the champion close into that turnbuckle, I think, on that damaged arm. So smart move by the challenger. And also she's created separation. Izzy Moreno with a bad back. Tiffany Nieves with a bad arm. What gives here first? As Izzy once again tries to rise back to her feet, showing the fighting spirit of her role model, Bayley. Looking to follow it, and boom, man, just runs through Tiffany. And now Izzy taking the champion down twice, 3 times with the short-range clotheslines. Izzy with the fire in her heart coming out tonight with the will of the crowd and all of her best friends there. And Moreno right now jumping elbow shot after the shoulder tackle. Sends Nieves back towards center of the ring, still favoring the small of the bat, though. And what's Izzy thinking here? Big risk for possible highest reward or greatest downfall. Going to the highest of heights here tonight. Up to the top turnbuckle pad, looking to lay it on the line. Big crossbody, high angle connects. And Izzy with the cover. Hook the leg kick out by Tiffany Nieves at 2.
And Izzy can't believe it. She's trying to figure out what it's going to take to get the victory and become champion here.
Now,
Tiffany, can see her.
Now, Tiffany looking to capitalize here, though. But Izzy Moreno, though, remaining still determined. Looking for a backslide, but the back immediately gave out.
Mm-hmm.
Again, that back still injured now. And the arm, though, injured by Tiffany, who was looking probably for a pedigree. Again, keep in mind, she was in the armbar, about to tap out. Backstabber by Izzy Moreno, the Tiffany Nieves, though. And now Izzy Moreno with the arm again, looking for the cross arm breaker. Has it fully applied, has it extended. Will Tiffany tap? Will Tiffany find a skip? Tiffany still trying to fight back, though. Reverses the pressure, shoulders down. Tiffany unable to relinquish Izzy's hold, though. Izzy kicking back the right arm, trying to hyperextend that left arm. It's out straight. Will Tiffany tap? Oh, that's it! That's it! That's it! I don't believe it! Izzy Moreno has done it! Unbelievable! Izzy Moreno is the new Meacham Pro Wrestling Champion. Izzy has done it. She overcame the odds. She overcame herself. She overcame her own self-doubt and all the possible controversy. Even the champions planned to get the match thrown out. Tears in her eyes as Izzy Moreno has ended the reign of Tiffany Nieves and is now the 5th Mission Pro Wrestling, sixth Mission Pro Wrestling champion. And now she is holding that prestigious title. Her first championship in her young wrestling career.
Not even a year veteran in the business, Noah, and she is the champion of Mission Pro Wrestling.
If you dream big, you can achieve anything. She followed the role model's example. She went on her own journey. And Tiffany Nieves has learned what Izzy Moreno truly is. And you can now call Izzy Moreno a champion. Incredible. Now Izzy Moreno steps into those boots, that pressure zone of holding a company's premier title. What a moment for this young, bright, up-and-coming star.
Yeah, absolutely. And not to downplay, but winning a championship is easy. Retaining a championship is when it becomes difficult. And there's that little girl.
Yeah, she almost fell. Someone help her. Please don't let her fall.
Well, she has leg braces on. That's part of the issue.
Yeah.
She has leg braces.
That's a moment right there. Tell me that doesn't scream a picture over a decade in the making with a young fan followed a role model. Now Izzy Moreno is a role model for even a younger fan to follow. She did it. Izzy Moreno did it. The smallest BFFs is BFFs come in all sizes, all ages. As Izzy Moreno is welcoming all the BFFs to celebrate this moment with her inside the ring. What a moment for Izzy Moreno and for Mission Pro Wrestling. I couldn't be happier. Everybody congratulating our new Mission Pro Wrestling champion. What a way to close out Summer Lovin'. Nothing but loving in the air tonight. On behalf of the Renegade, JJ Williams, I am the Seminole Fuzz, and we thank you for tuning into this first ever, hopefully not the last time ever, coverage of Mission Pro Wrestling. Thank you for tuning in to this Talent Match Network exclusive. Izzy Moreno has done it. That was wholesome professional wrestling, damn it. That was wonderful. Congratulations to young Izzy Moreno.
Yep.
Beautiful. That was great. I'm so damn happy for her. That just made my day. That made me smile.
Same.
And that, ladies and gentlemen, is what it means wholesomely to embrace and love professional wrestling. Damn it.
Absolutely. Absolutely. Originally, I was going to go straight into open mic night from here, but with it being as early as it is, we'll go ahead. We'll take a little hiatus. We'll come back at the top of the hour. So 7 o'clock Pacific, 10 o'clock Eastern. Still start about an hour early. Hopefully we can get out a little early. With Father's Day tomorrow, with having to go to my 9 to 5 at 11 a.m. my time tomorrow. So everyone, we will be back in about 45 minutes. Take your opportunity, grab you something to eat, grab you a tasty beverage, go to the bathroom. Izzy Moreno is your new Mission Pro champion.
Izzy Mania is running wild, and Mission Pro Wrestling is honored to have it. Congratulations, Izzy. Have a good night, folks. We'll see you actually in an hour and 45 minutes, JJ. Look at your clock.
That's what I'm saying. We'll start at the top of the hour. We'll start at 7 instead of 8, 10 instead of 11.
What?
Yeah.
You're crazy.
Hey, I figure if we start an hour earlier, we may get done an hour earlier, sir.
All right, Fudge it. I'm game. We'll see you all shortly.
See y'all at the top of the hour.
The Jeff Meacham Network's Multiverse of Media. for over 15 years, the recognized symbol of excellence, and the standard bearer in coverage of sports and entertainment.